Hi. How's everyone doing? Do you think if you were a worm, would you wiggle really fast or really slow? I think I'm like a slow and easy kind of wiggler. Kind of like a wiggle at my own pace. Depends. Is there a predator nearby? Perhaps like a bird looking to feed their young one? Because, I mean, if necessary, I certainly would wiggle to an appropriate speed to avoid a predator. But I think outside of that situation, I would probably be a slower wiggler. I would be a fast wiggler. I'm going, man. I got places to be. What? Like where? Like the fucking dirt on the other side of the yard? Like, oh, I gotta get to that good dirt. Worms are so cool. I picked up an earthworm one time. I thought worms were cool too for a while. Then I picked one up. Boy, that sucker was like 2 feet long, and I've been scared of them ever since. I kept pulling it out of the ground, and it just kept coming, and it was 2 feet long, and I was like, ugh, starting at about 6 inches of worm. I went from, oh, cool, to every subsequent inch after that was horrifying. And so, after another 18 inches of worm, I think I was, by the end of it, thoroughly, utterly terrified of them. And so now I don't think I would just do that anymore. I used to be the kid that would pick worms out of the ground and be like, oh, look, it's a worm. And it's like wriggling. Sounds like a night crawler. I don't know, man. This is like the middle of the day. Anyway, thanks Mirthful Royal for the 25 months. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Streamer can't handle worm. Everyone point and laugh. I mean, I don't know. It's also kind of gross, you know? They're not the cleanest creatures. They're not the cleanest creatures out there. So I wouldn't do it for that reason. But also, yeah, also because I'm terrified of them. Ooh, I have a tag on my shirt that I just... Ooh, should I rip it off all like carefree and loosey-goosey? It might make a hole in my shirt. No, I'll leave it. I'll do it for when I'm more focused. I can focus more on it. Slugs are the worst for me. I cannot handle even looking at them too closely. Whoa, what? Where's my UCSC banana slugs at? Huh? Where's my slugs at? UC Santa Cruz. Where you at? Andy Samberg. I think one of the guys who founded Google. Maybe someone else. Probably other people too. UCSC rejected me and I never got over it. The party school, man. That's crazy. I mean, UCSC is a party school, but it's also a pretty hard school to get into. It's not like... It's like where the nerds go to party. It's like you have to be smart, but it's still a party school. They're throwing, like, nerd parties where they, like, I don't know. They're doing, like, nerd shit. They're throwing, like, some wicked insane D&D campaigns. And they're spiking the Kool-Aid, except instead of alcohol, it's just with other flavors of Kool-Aid to make some, like, weird concoction of Kool-Aid flavor. And they're throwing LAN parties, yeah. I'm a UCSC to Berkeley transfer. I can confirm UCSC is better, but they couldn't continue my major. That's tragic, because Santa Cruz is so nice. But maybe Berkeley is also really nice. You're saying my exact college experience, except I was doing it in a field in Davis. Honestly, dude, they're all better than most colleges. Even UC Merced, I'm going to be honest with you, is probably better than most colleges. And it's fucking UC Merced. Alright, whatever, though. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. We're on day, what, 27? Day 27? Actually, this is funny. One last thing about the UCs, University of California's. Bonnie tells me that if you graduate, I think it was with over a certain GPA at her high school, you were guaranteed to get into a UC, a University of California. And there's like a bunch of them all around California. You know, UC Davis, UC Berkeley, which is just Cal, UCSC, UCLA. In reality, all it means is that you are going to get accepted into UC Merced, which is the lowest and least prestigious of all of them. It guarantees you into UC Merced and then nothing else, which is kind of deceiving. UC Santa Barbara, yeah. It's like, oh, good, I'm going to get guaranteed acceptance into UC Santa Barbara. No, you're going to into UC Merced. The dryer just screamed at me. I think if you were in the top 10% of your school or the state, I feel like I was not. And that's bad because I didn't go to school in California, and I wasn't even top 10 in my hick town ass state. So I don't think I would have been top 50 in California, to be honest. UC Fresno, I don't know about UC Fresno now. Wait, no, it's not Fresno, that's the nasty town. It's Bakersfield. UC Bakersfield, is that a thing? Anyway, hi, how's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? UC Riverside's not the best? Really? Anyway, yeah, hi. It's day 27. I'm trying to pay off every debt in every Animal Crossing game. We are in Animal Crossing New Horizons, the final game. We finished last stream the 8x8 main room expansion. That it was 198,000 bells, and we did that using rocks. Now, we're moving on to the backroom debt, which is 348,000 bells, paid off using bell trees. Now, people say, I ranted about this, people say that the best amount of money to plant is 30,000 for money trees, but that's not true. It's 10,000. I can show the math. I went over it briefly last stream, in case you didn't see it. But we want to find our little golden spot. That golden spot that shows up in your town every day. You want to plant 10,000 into that every day. So what we need to do to start, before we even get to that, is get 10,000, because I don't think we have 10,000. I don't think that we have 10,000 from when we finished Money Rocks. So let's hit a Money Rock to get our initial 10,000 that we bury, and then do that every day, harvesting our... Okay, so we're not going to get a tree that grows tomorrow, so we'll start it today, go to tomorrow, and that tree that we planted the day before will be in the first stage of growth, so I think it'll take 4 total days to fully grow. And so once we've done this for 4 days, we can actually start harvesting the bells that we plant. And I'm kind of worried that we're going to get a lot of trees in the island. Like, we're going to have so many trees in the island. I'm kind of worried. But hopefully not. We'll see. Anyway, we last left off at 83 hours, 11 minutes, and 6 seconds. So that's where we'll pick it up for today. Let's get the timer started. Boom. So yeah, and then just keep doing that until we have 348,000. And every time that we plant 10,000, we're going to get 30,000. So a 20 grand profit from those trees. I need a shovel. Do I have a shovel? It looks like I have a shovel. What I might need is an axe. In case my worry... Oh, look at that. Nice. My worry is that we're going to fill this island with too many trees. And... Nice. Great. Oh, I did say that that thing was on its last legs after getting all those money rocks last stream. So that actually makes a lot of sense. Alright, so first of all, I got to get a new shovel. Second of all, I might need to make an axe because we might get too many trees on this island. Also, resident services is now built. That's great. That will help for getting CJ and Flick on our island. That's what I did that for. I remember now. And then, you know what? While I'm doing my money trees, I could also... While I'm doing my bell trees, I could also look around for my money rock every day as well. Might as well, right? There's no point in not. Since we're going to be going around the island so much anyway, trying to find where the golden spot is, we're also going to run into our rocks pretty often doing that. So, why don't we also do that while we're at it? Money, money, money. You do need almost 200 trees for 5 stars. Interesting. I don't know if 5 stars would benefit us, but wouldn't it be kind of funny if we did it, even on a challenge where it's not necessary? Necessary? Is what I almost said. Alright, so we got our shovel. We already found our golden spot, but what I do need still is 10,000 bells to plant today. So let's find our money rock as well. Chat, I had to mute stream. What debt are we at? Oh, look at that. Bingo! Look at that. So this will get us well over 10 grand, but yeah, only thing that we're going to do is plant 10 grand. Now, if I wanted to get spicy, then what I could do is I could plant more than 10 grand. I could plant 30 grand and hope that I think 20 or 25% chance that triples into 90 grand hits. But that's risky. Because if you plant 30 grand, I mean, worst case scenario, you get 30 grand back, which doesn't sound too bad, but in reality, it's not the wisest use of your money. So, but I don't know. If I want to get risky, then I could try. Anyway, that'll be a big, beautiful money tree 4 days from now. So now... we'll go another day ahead, do it again, another day ahead, do it again, another day ahead, and then we can actually harvest that first money tree. And then from there on out, we can harvest 1 money tree a day until we have the amount that we need. So that's the plan. Risky for the bisky. I always do 10k. Always doing 10k is the smart thing to do. Just as, in real life, never going to the casino is the smart thing to do. But come on, right? How are you ever gonna hit it big if you don't try? Right? So, maybe, if I'm feeling really frisky, maybe I'll even do like a 20 grand someday. Because 20 grand, you can still at least guarantee that you'll get a 10 grand profit, but maybe a 60 grand profit if you get lucky. Actually, can someone look up for me what the chance that the amount that you bury triples is if you plant anything over 10,000? Because it's definitely less than 33%. Because if it was 33.333% or more, then burying 30 grand would be the way to go. On average. So I think it's probably like 30% or less. It's 10%. Only 10? It's only 10%. Wow. Oh, that's even worse than I thought. Way worse than I thought. So it's only a 10% grant that you get triple your profit. Wow, that womps. That's horrible. Yeah, if it's not the money rock, I don't even know if it's worth trying to harvest it. I mean, I could do with more resources, maybe, for later on, but... maybe, I don't know. And now that... oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, we'll still look for our money rocks as well, because, again, our golden spots will be, you know, hidden around the island. We'll inevitably encounter our rocks while we're looking for them, so, you know, we'd be remiss if we didn't... pop them once or twice. $70% for 30k, 30% for triple the money. Oh, so it's 30%. Oh, okay, well that's, okay, about what I thought. If not, maybe even a little bit better than what I thought. Oh, okay. So 30% chance that what you bury triples if you bury 20,000 or 30,000 or 40,000 or so on and so forth, up until 99,000. It's not terrible odds. It's not terrible odds. It's just enough to give the house an advantage, but it's not terrible. Baseball cards are gambling. Yeah, see, like, I never got too much into, like, the hype of going to the casino and doing some gambling, which I think somebody else in chat uttered the sentiment of as well. And I'm like, maybe you just haven't found the kind of gambling that tickles your brain enough. Because I have, and it's called baseball cards, and I hate it! Maybe for some of you, it's Pokemon cards, though. Where's my golden spot? Maybe you just haven't found your right gambling itch. Oh, there we go. It was literally like not wide out in the open, but it was decently out in the open. So let me actually note it. I want to see if is it always going to be on where the main part of the island was, like where you first had access to on your island, or can it be like up on top of the cliffs and stuff? Anyway, next day. Me and Legos. Yeah, Legos aren't really a gamble, though, right? You get, unless you buy, like, Lego mystery boxes, I don't even know if that's a thing, then... It can be on the cliffs. Right, but if I don't have, like, an incline, can it be on the cliffs? I don't know. I have a ladder, so maybe. But like with Lego, you know what you're getting when you buy it. It may just be like a money sink, but maybe not so much a gamble, unless I'm misunderstanding what exactly it is. If you have a ladder, it can be on the cliffs. Okay, well, I'll check, I think, my main area of my island first, and then I'll bother checking my cliffs and across the river. I could be doing cocaine. I could be doing cocaine, so if I spend it on little treats, I'm actually protecting my health. Yeah, that's actually true, by the way. That is true. I could be doing cocaine, so these $40 that I'm spending on baseball cards is actually good for me. Truth nuke. Oops. You could be gambling and doing coke. Yeah, that's true, actually. I actually haven't considered this fact. Yeah. Look at Moose. Oh my god, he's got a flea! He's got a flea! Yo! Nice. I was like, look at him, he's just working out. And then I looked at him, I'm like, what's that little particle coming off of him? A little particle accelerator over here. Alright, cool, I got a flea. For no reason. Earliest flea ever. You can find them earlier than that. It's, I don't know. Pretty early, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Not that I've been particularly speeding through this first however many hours that I've been playing, but... Hey, whole family. Hey, whole family. McCubone, thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. I'm a tiny wild child. Yeah, I'm Dagnel, and I'm a tiny wild child. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time here. Oh, I missed a rock there. Hi. I hope your stream is good. I'm paying off every debt in every Animal Crossing game, and I'm doing it so that every debt within every game is paid off using a different method, and this one that we're currently doing is bell trees. Planting bell trees, harvesting bell trees, getting the money from doing that, until I have 398,000 to pay off the current debt that I'm working on. Yeah. Bell tree, question mark? Yeah, okay, so I'll show you. Also, money rocks as well can be used. This is not one, but still. Side questing the Critterpedia? Nah, Dagnel is too gigachat for that. I mean, I have knocked out a decent bit of bugs because I was trying to get to 100 total catch requirement to be able to get the expensive ones later on, but I don't know. I just know it's rare, and so whenever I see it, I'm like, oh, look at that. Where's my glowing hole? Where's my glowing little spot? Yeah, I don't see it in the main area, so maybe across the river. I also don't think I've checked too thoroughly, but yeah. Bell tree is evil. No, it's not evil. It's very generous and kind. Actually, these things sucked mega ass before New Leaf, I think, made them profitable. Bell trees. I'm pretty sure in City Folk and everything before it... Oh, there we go. Bell trees were not very good. That seems like way too close to that tree to grow a new tree here, but I have to imagine that one of these spots would not grow where a tree cannot grow, because that would just be rude, right? It looks like it's too close, man. Like, if that was any other game other than New Horizons, I'd be like, that's way too close, but... maybe this game. So anyway, yeah, you bury bells in that hole. Oops! You bury bells in that hole. And then 4 days later, bell tree pops out with 3 times the amount that you buried if you buried 10 grand. It's kind of like childbirth, if you think about it. Your money spot can be in any tile that doesn't have something on it, isn't near a structure, and I think a few more criteria. I think the criteria just boils down to, can a tree grow there? Although, if this goes on long enough, I reckon, I mean, my island would have to be a forest before this happens, so I don't think this will happen. I mean, look at all the open space, like, right there. You tell me, like, 5 of them couldn't spawn in there? But, I mean, if you did it long enough, your town could just become a forest. Which would be kind of cool, I guess. Oh, Flick is here. Yippee. You used to have to put a certain amount of money in it to be sure it would ever grow. Right, the way it used to work in older games was, shut up, Moose. The way it used to work in older games was, depending on the amount that you buried, that would be, like, the percentage chance that the tree grows. For example, if you bury 1,000, 1% chance that the tree grows, which is pretty bad. Away from me, rat. If you bury 99 grand, then it's a 99% chance that it grows. However, I'm pretty sure you don't nearly get the amount of money back if you bury that much. I think you only get, like... do you only get 10,000 bell bags? So 3 10,000 bell bags back? No, I think you get way more than... or way less than that. That doesn't seem right. But yeah, anyway, if you bury an amount that's guaranteed to grow, or almost guaranteed to grow, as 99 grand would be... you're not going to get your money back, so they were only useful for flexing. Like, if you wanted to plant a money tree and be like, oh, look at me, I'm Mr. Big Bucks. That would basically be the only purpose in doing them back in the day. I believe 11k or 21k is way more fun than 10k, so you can see when you win it big. Honestly, I'll kind of lose track of which tree was that I buried that amount in, because eventually I'm going to start, like, I think the next day, starting today... the next day will be the first tree that I planted, and then after that, I'm gonna lose track how much I buried every day. So, I don't know if it would be quite worth it, but maybe. Maybe one of these days I'll get risky and do more than 10 grand. Although, if I want this to go fast, I should probably just keep burying 10 grand. And I kind of do want this to go fast, because this is not the most stimulating of all the things that we're collecting. Come to think of it, actually, what is the next thing that we're doing? Sea creatures. Oh, great. Well, that actually... you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to buy the wetsuit now, so I don't have to wait for it later on. Why don't I just do that now? Because if the next segment's going to be... oh, great. We're going to get lectured here. I guess I had to talk to him anyway to get my new debt, so that's fine. But, yeah, get the wetsuit now, so that when we actually want to get to the next debt today, which we should... then we'll have the wetsuit ready for us. Why are y'all hating on Moose? He's just a little grody, you know? He's just a little grody. I'm sorry. He's just a little nasty. Can you get that Nook shopping? Yeah. Leaf print wetsuit. Three grand? Jesus. Alright, sure. He's just a little guy. He's just a little ugly. I buried my tree today, right? Yeah, so we're good to move on. November is not too bad for sea creatures. I think for sea creatures, we want to do... what did I write? I must have wrote it down on there. I want to do... March at 4 p.m. again. Right, because that's the same time again, like New Leaf, where you have the spider crab, the snow crab, the red king crab... They didn't bring back the horsehair crab, interestingly enough. But the mitten crab, I want to say, is also there. No, the mitten crab's a fish. What am I thinking? Anyway, it's a big crab time. I'm kind of guessing that that's the best time, but if you guys got logic that proves me wrong, it seemed to be pretty good in New Leaf, so I have good reason to believe that it will be good again in New Horizons. I like your glasses. Thanks. Oh, about Gulliver. Alright, so our first money tree that we planted should be grown now. I think it was just down here. What? How long do these stupid things take to grow? Alright, never mind. What did I get? Shop to it. Shop to it. Oh wait, no, it did grow. I'm stupid. I just thought that that was whatever. Alright, so we buried 10,000 and we get 30,000 back. And so now, every day from here on out, we're going to get one money tree a day. And I guess probably tomorrow's will be that one that I initially thought was the ungrown one today. Spend on that thing. Oh my god, I'm going to ban all of you. Ha ha ha, I'm going to ban all of you. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha. I'm going to time you all out. You can't ban me, I'll ban you. Once again, I would encourage you to type /ban Dagnel in the Twitch chat and see what it says. Nana, don't speak to me, please. Thank you. Actually, I was really happy when I saw that Nana was moving in, but that's because I thought that she was Nan, not Nana. The black goat, not the pink monkey. While I do not hate Nana, I would have rather had Nan. I got that crackhead over there. Oops. I like Nana. She's cute. She's fine. She's aight. Not complaining. Help, you thought the same thing as Lil Simsy. I reckon that thousands of people have been confused by that. Ooh, I got a gold nougat. That's another 10 grand right there. You need to harvest 12 money trees at the 30k payout to finish this debt total. That's not bad. And to be honest with you, I'm supplementing it pretty decently with money rocks as well. And also gold nuggets. So it might even be faster than that. In fact, I have good reason to believe it will be faster than that. I still haven't seen the golden spot up on the cliffs. I've only ever seen them still on the first tier of island. I'm going to hope that that's going to continue, because I really don't want to have to look up there. It's kind of a mess up there. Ooh, I got abandoned. It's kind of a mess up there. Maybe that's because, though, of how much of a mess it is up there, that they're not spawning up there. Is because it's like, hey man, we got no room. Too many weeds, too many flowers. Maybe that's why. I don't think I've looked over to the right side of this yet. The cicadas are back. The bugs are back. Shoot, maybe it is up there. 'Cause I'm certainly not seeing it. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It must be. Let's check. How did I scare a bug from all the way down here? Man, they're way too sensitive in this game. Alright, yeah, that's where I decorated those fools' house. Where's my spot, man? Am I crazy? I must be crazy. I must be blind or something. Do you guys see it and I just missed it? I guess maybe the only place I haven't checked is back here, but I really have no reason to believe that a tree could grow anywhere back here. It's too thin. I haven't seen it at all. Okay. So I'm crazy. So what you're doing is you're calling me crazy then. So what you're saying is I'm crazy. I did plant one over there, but yeah, that still has a ways to grow. There's that bandit again. Or a different one, I don't know. Move. And then I don't think I checked, like, the back right corner, but again, I really don't think that anything could spawn back there. Like, I don't think that there's any room back there. There's a broccolo. Yeah, there's no room back here. Oh! Where's my spot? You might have to pluck some weeds to open a point? No, I feel like as long as the game has a place for it to spawn... I mean, look, I haven't documented this, like, to an insane degree, but in my experience, if the game has a spot somewhere on the island to put it, it will put it somewhere. And there's plenty of spots. Yeah, there's a lot of weeds, and there's a lot of crap in the way. But I also, there's definitely still room for it. And as long as there's room for it, then yeah, I don't know. In my experience, I've always found it somewhere. But maybe, maybe not. Maybe, yeah, because like I said, I haven't really thoroughly researched this. Is it behind a building? I don't think so. I think as long as... I don't think because if you go by... You're old. Somebody just said you're old. Bro, how do you even know how old I am? I don't think that behind a building wouldn't exactly qualify as a place that a tree could spawn, though. What about over here? Yeah, I was about to say, if it's over there, I'm going to be mad. There's not really enough... No, not nearly enough weeds to keep it from spawning. I wouldn't think so. Alright, I'm going to check the upper tier one more time. Maybe set it to nighttime so it's easier to see. That's actually pretty good tech. I've never found it to be too difficult to find, even in the daytime, but... if desperate times come to desperate measures, then maybe... And it might be, I don't know. Could it be on the third tier? Yeah, but I looked at the third tier. Give it a little glancy pool. From down here, I haven't actually gone up there and looked, but I feel like if it was up there, I would have been able to see it. I mean, I'm 30 and I feel old. 30 is not even that old. That's definitely not the cope of someone who is 29 turning 30 this year. That's definitely not old. The only people who makes, you know, like the only people who make 30 feel old are people who are like 25 and under. Ask anyone who is actually 30 and they'll be like, yeah, no, it's pretty chill actually. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't see it. I'm doing like the gamer neck lean, which is how you know I'm really looking. Yeah, I don't know. Unless I buried it already today and I'm just stupid, but no, I don't think so. Okay, well, I'm not gonna waste hours. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. I don't freaking care. I don't freaking care. It doesn't even bother me. Whatever. I don't even care. Let me, it's actually right next to the one that I buried the day before, which is sad. And I'm also going to sell this gold nugget as well. Bruh. He cares? No, I don't. This tone clearly indicates I am unbothered completely by this. Can you not tell? Mr. Unbothered. Yeah, 10 grand sounds fine. I like how he asked, how about I offer 10 grand for this? Like, I can negotiate? That'd actually be kind of fun. If you could negotiate... I mean, I guess that's just a flea market from Wild World and City Folk again, right? Which I do want back. So I was going to say, I kind of want that back in the next game. So I guess I'm just asking for the flea market back. He's a sensitive soul. I am a sensitive soul, yes. The flea market where I can scam my villagers like before. I guess it was in New Leaf. It was just in retail. I don't know. I didn't like it as much when the flea market was just putting things up for sale in retail. I didn't like it as much. Imagine pulling out the Amazon and saying, "Yo, Nook, I can buy this cheaper online." I don't think Amazon would deliver to the island, though. It's probably his rebuttal. He's like, bro, they ain't gonna come out here. You might be able to get it cheaper on Amazon. It's gonna take 90 days to deliver. You can buy it from me and get it instantly. That's probably what he would say. He'd probably be like, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of true, actually. Alright, whatever. I didn't want this rock anyway. Also, you're not Mr. Unbothered. You're Mr. Dagnel. That is true, actually, yeah. Oh, another money tree harvest. Quit bothering me. I'm harvesting my money tree. Doesn't he even know? Doesn't he even know? Oh my god. Hey, we found this one pretty quickly. Can't you occasionally dig up more than 1,000? Why am I going into my clay? I'm gonna bury my clothes, dude. I'm gonna get a friggin' socks tree. If you got a good Katrina luck through Harv's Island, then I think you can get more than 1,000, right? I think is how it works. I think there's actually some code in the game that even without... This is true, I just don't know exactly the correct details. There was like code in the game that was found in the data mine that I think the developers forgot to change, that made it so that there was a chance on, even without checking Katrina, to get more than 1,000 every day after you had, like, upgraded your house or resident services. But, I don't know, for some reason, when they were going through the data mine, they found code to say that they wanted to do that, but they didn't actually, because, I don't know, they got, like, a flag wrong or something in the game. Enrichment question. Mr. Dagnel, if you were a Pokemon gym leader, what Pokemon would you use? I've always enjoyed Psychic-type Pokemon. I think because the first generation of games, they were overpowered because Dark-type was not introduced yet to nerf them. And so, Psychic was incredibly strong in Gen 1. And so, in my head, it's still really strong, even though I don't think it's actually that strong anymore. But I have an affinity towards it because a lot of my favorite Pokemon are also Psychic. Like Natu, Xatu, Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam. So I'd probably be a Psychic-type leader. Although, do they even do type gym leader? They don't even do gyms anymore. They don't do gyms or gym leaders. This is my friend Gym Leaders. Okay, so I should actually have a tree that I should harvest today as well. Let me go get that. No. 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 Xatu mention. Yes, dude. I love that guy. He's so silly. I think the one that I have to harvest is this one that I saw way over here. If I had to guess. Scarlet and Violet had gym leaders. Sun and Moon, the only main games so far that have changed that up. I played Scarlet Violet. I don't really remember. It's not really a gym, though, you know? It's not really a gym. If I'm remembering it right, anyway. In Scarlet Violet. Because that's the one I played, as far as new Pokemon games go. But I don't really remember them being gym leaders. Gymothy leadership, yeah. I don't know, though. No, it's not like a gym like previous games. It's more just a place that has a gym leader. Do they refer to them as gym leaders? Because how can they be gym leaders if they don't put them in a gym? I remember there was like, what's the guy that had, I think it was Poison type in Scarlet Violet. And everyone liked him. People thought he was funny. Is it poison or is it dark type that he had? I'll know it when I see the name, but I can't think of it. Atticus? No, that sounds like someone from Harry Potter. The ninja? No, that wasn't it. Or Larry. No, wasn't Larry like the normal guy? He was pretty cool, though. He did it in like a restaurant, not really a gym. Guzma. It's Guzma. Isn't it Guzma? People like Guzma. I think of Guzma. Didn't he had his gym was like a trailer park or something, wasn't it? Guzma is Sun and Moon? Am I stupid? Not really, but like I'm just misremembering because I haven't played a whole lot of Pokemon games. I have not really been into a Pokemon game, genuinely, since... Yeah, that's right, he's the evil leader from... Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm thinking of someone else then, man, but... He's a bug guy. Don't bury it. Oh, I can't bury it anyway, because I just broke my shovel. My personal favorite is the fighting Pokemon, Nosepass. I don't think Nosepass is a fighting Pokemon. I might be wrong about that. I am not the one who knows Pokemon very well. I was just about to say, the last Pokemon game that I've been actually really invested in, like I really got into the story, was X and Y. Like, over 10 years ago. It's fighting in TCG. Oh, interesting. TCG. Yeah, I loved X and Y. I think people did not enjoy it that much at the time either. I don't know, but I think like there was a long while there where a new Pokemon game would come out and people would just poo-poo it without even... I think that still happens, but I think less so because the last few games have actually been decent. Like, X and Y was generally... No, sorry, not X and Y. It's a ZA. I got my letter Pokemon games backwards. Legend ZA was generally well received. Alright, I don't think I got my tree today either, right? I think that those might be the ones that were over here on the right. ZA is just generally well received. Scarlet Violet was pretty disliked. And then Sword and Shield, I don't think was really well liked at the time either. 104 grand, nice. But other than that, I feel like the last few have actually been pretty well received. I did not like Sun and Moon very much, though. Sun and Moon was the first one that I played that I was disappointed by. And I don't think that one since then has really enthralled me. Hi, Davy. Hi, Dagnel, I mean. You can call me Davy, that's alright. Like Davy Jones. That freaky guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. And other seafaring folklore, like the Dead Sea Scrolls. Davy Jones' locker. I didn't like Sun and Moon anime at first, but I think it really affected my opinion on Gen 7. It's really grown on me, and I love Alola now. I think that's like, everyone always likes the games in hindsight. Like, I remember Black and White, Black 2, White 2, people weren't too happy with them. Now they're beloved. It always happens in time. But... Alright, so I know for one thing, I should have a money tree over here, so let's worry about getting that first. One that I can harvest. And then we'll look for the spot. He's also a recurring character in SpongeBob. Are you talking about Davy Jones? Is that like new SpongeBob or old SpongeBob? The only reference to Davy Jones in old SpongeBob was that one episode where Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents. Really fucked up, by the way. I cannot believe he did that. And the Flying Dutchman takes him to the Davy Jones's locker. It's literally a locker full of his stinky tube socks. Oh, right, because I hit 100 grand. Now we're gonna start getting... Okay, I should probably... Put away as much as you can, and then, yeah, we'll drop the remaining amount. Alright, let's drop the first 100 grand. You can't drop things in the plaza, though, can you? Yeah. I guess I'll put it in my account, then. I guess. I don't know. Because, yeah, you can pay from your account in this game. So, actually, you know what? It's probably the smart thing to do. Tom, why is he standing at his desk? Like, bro... He's, like, waiting on me to go ask him for something. Be like Isabel, where you're, like, a little bit more chill about it. Is it 348,000 or 398,000? 348,000. Alright, that's not bad. I could have just literally looked at the game screen instead of pulling that up. No, I do not want to mess with virtual game cards. We've messed with those enough. We've messed with the virtual game cards enough. That's okay. We don't need to worry about those anymore. I saw something on TikTok. You get your fortune read by Katrina and you got good luck with money. You can play at 99k and you'll get a bag each when the tree grows. Is that true? I don't know about that specifically, but yes, I know that you can go to Katrina, get good money luck. And I thought that that just meant that you can dig up more than 1,000 from the golden spot every day. Maybe it also makes it so that you have better chances of getting good rates from your money tree. That I don't know. However, going and getting Katrina would require me to get a 3-star island, and then talking to Harv to get the different co-ops, and then paying 100 grand to get Katrina to come to that co-op, and that would be kind of like a multi-hour detour for something that's only going to take less than an hour from now. So, I'm not going to do that, but maybe. That would be something worth doing if you were playing on a longer-term island, and not just a temporary, short-term challenge island as I am. Hey, nice. I haven't found that money rock in a while. It makes money rocks very profitable as well. Yeah, like, so worth doing in the long term, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. I think I saw a tree that was within the last stage of growth. Yeah, down here. Okay, cool. Do these count as hardwood trees once you shake the bells? Like, do they function the same as hardwood trees? Are you going to give me a ticket? Or are you going to give me reactions? Yeah. I think they always just ping you for reactions now. Sometimes the Sisterly Villagers can give you Nook Miles tickets. Also, can you weed my town, Leaf? Not that I really need it, but like, what if... Haha, wouldn't it be kind of funny if you could weed my town? You can call me Dagnel. I don't... Like, maybe just make the joint a little bit prettier? Yeah, I would like to meet you again soon, as in right now. Let's talk weeds. Exactly. Gardening should make you happy, Dagnel. That's why I decided to buy weeds from you at a very special high price point. I'll double what places... Okay, 20 per clump. Right, but do you pull the weeds? Or is that something that... I think that's only something that they can do once you set up his stall at Harv's, right? That's not something he can do when he just visits your island. Or maybe you have to build the stall first and then he'll do it when he comes to your island. I don't know. But it definitely looks like not something I can do right now. I don't know. I just thought it'd be like, free up a bunch of spaces for the money spot to show up. I don't know. Thought it might be worth doing. I'm actually not seeing it for the first time in a few days. I'm not seeing it on the main part of the island here. Right? Yeah, I don't see it. Dang, what's the best month to catch the golden trout? I actually have a spreadsheet for this. If you want to catch the golden trout in Animal Crossing New Horizons, you should look... Oh, it only ever peaks at 1%, so any time that it spawns is the best you're going to get. March to May, and September to November, between the hours of 4 p.m. and 9 a.m. However, it's never going to be a good time for it, because it's just rare. So, yeah. Sorry. Basically, whenever it's available, it's all equally crap odds of it spawning. The ancient texts. Yes, my spreadsheet, which I'm actually working on a video about. That should be done by this weekend, although I don't like promising things, but I'm also like, if I don't get it done by this weekend, that would be really pathetic. That would be a pathetic amount of work. Because okay, so like actually I kind of got this whole week planned out here. I finished this challenge sometime during this next week. And then I spend the rest of the week, however long that is, solely focused on finishing the video for hopefully this weekend. And if I don't get that done, then that would be really bad. This weekend, as in today or tomorrow, or next weekend? Next weekend. Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. That's my bad. I forgot it's Saturday, right? Were you a glue eater or a rock eater? That's a very offensive question to ask. As a paste eater. And sometimes I would indulge in the occasional flower petal as well. Like a daffodil or something. Very rude question. You need to be 3 stars, which is dumb because you won't even have money weeds after. Yeah, it's like, okay, when your island needs it the most is when you're at 1 star. Like, especially at the beginning of the island. That's kind of stupid. Maybe, I mean, it is good if you don't play for a long time and then you get a bunch of weeds on your formerly 3 to 5 star island, and then you could have them do that. I guess it is good for that purpose because one thing that I always sort of dreaded about coming back to playing Animal Crossing after not playing for a long time was, oh my god, there's going to be so many weeds on my island. So the fact that there is an actual thing in the game now that helps with that, it makes it easier to get back into it after not playing for a while. Like, I would always just restart my town back in Wild World and City Folk, because I'm like, I don't want to have to pick all these weeds. It's easier to just restart. Oh, there we go. Got the money rock, got that. Now we gotta find our golden spot. Okay. Gul'dan spot. Are you doing anything for St. Patrick's Day? Is that today? I think that answers your question. I don't even really know what day it is. No, I'm not about to, like, put on the Kiss Me, I'm Irish shirt. Start going around with, like, green face paint all over me, and sounds like a reason to go hit the bars. Which, that's fine. It's not really my scene. You're Polish. I'm American. My holiday is Independence Day. No, not really. Although I do like a good cookout. I got my thoughts on my own country, but a good cookout and a barbecue on Independence Day does actually kind of go crazy. Maybe like a camping weekend or something with the blokes or something. Yeah, that would actually be really cool. Hi, Dag. How are ye? I'm all right. It's Pi Day today. Yeah, that's right. It's Pi Day today. That's right. In fact, well, no, because my in-game time is not the same as the real time. So I was like, I could order the Pi Day pie today. But nay, I shan't. I have 98 bells. I probably should have left a little bit more so that I could plant 10,000 tomorrow, but that's fine. I think you just like barbecues. Yeah, any day is a good day for a barbecue, but like, you know, doing it on the 4th, on a camping trip, and maybe like lighting off fireworks in a safe manner, that's, I don't know, that's fun. That's just, I don't know, nothing wrong with that. Oh, because it's 314. That's funny. I only realized that. Yeah, 314159. 2653. So wait, actually, oh dude, we just missed it. I was gonna say on 314 today, 159, 159. That's like the ultimate pie time. I look over at the clock because I'm like, huh, what? That's probably around now. 2 o'clock. I missed it. I fucking missed it. I cannot believe it. I missed it. I missed ultimate pie time. I have to wait till next year now. Fuck! I literally looked over. It's 2 o'clock on the dot. God damn it. I just heard myself yell fuck downstairs on the TV. Hey, another 10 grand for Dagnel. I know like 100 digits because I was an overachiever in middle school. I feel like I know too many digits. 100 digits is performative. Performative middle schooler. If you know pi more than, and I'll be honest, this is me, 3.141592653. No, I'm not a performative middle schooler. I only know 9 digits. If you know pi more than 10 digits, you're a performative middle schooler. Because in no world did you ever need to know more than the first 2. Like, if your teacher in math class ever said that you need to know pi, they only ever enforced the fact that you need to know, like, 3.14. And then anything after that is just rounding. Or just use the pi button on the calculator. You don't even need to do all that. You don't even need to remember the 3.14. I don't know any of it besides 3, but you don't need to! It's fine! It's fine! I cannot remember past the actual numbers. I ain't built for numbers. No, me neither. I am very happy.
Money, money, money.
Buy yourself a buy Dagnel lol.
A buy? He said buy. You said pie correctly. He said buy. He said buy yourself a buy. Okay. I'll be sure to do... Well, I don't know if I can do either of those with £3.14, which is $4.20 by the way, apparently. Thank you for the $4.20. I appreciate it. And thanks Trash Hag for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. On Twitch. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing if you got a gift sub courtesy of Trash Hag. Say thank you. Thank you, Trash Hag. What was I saying? I was sidetracked now. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. If it was something that I was going to say, chances are it was rather unimportant. What's up, CJ, by the way? I gotta start knocking out fish for the total catch requirement for fish. It's like, if I don't do that now, man, I'm like never gonna do it. I don't know, whatever. Give me 10 grand. And I'll sell this gold nougat. Shout out to buy people, for real. Yeah, are any of you available for $4.20? No, probably not. You're worth well more than that. You should value yourself well more than that. Any pies available for $4.20? Also, probably not. That might not get me a pie quite just in itself. Does anyone else think that CJ smells strongly of Axe body spray? He does strike me as quite like high school age, doesn't he? I was an Axe body spray kid in high school. Whatever, I don't care. I'll own it. I was. Thinking about the fortune with money, in ACNL, does getting 32 grand bells from a rock considered lucky? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think normal days you'll get 16,100, so you're getting double what you normally get. Did you know that Axe in the UK is called Lynx? No, although I have seen Lynx, I didn't know that that was Axe, just in another country. What, is Axe not evocative enough? Does it not get you guys going? Is it not, like, stimulating enough that you had to call it Lynx? They actually, it's crazy to think, but there were people that were paid a lot of money to do a test to see whether the British public would respond better to it being called Axe body spray or Lynx body spray. There were people paid a very hefty salary to look into the public opinion to see whether that was true or not. And people tell me that I have a bullshit job. Actually, nobody tells me that, because generally everybody in my life is very supportive of it. But sometimes people think that, like, streaming and doing YouTubing is a bullshit job. Bro, I'm not the one who's getting paid, like, 100 grand a year to see whether Axe body spray or Lynx body spray sets better with the British public. That's a bullshit job. Do not ping me. Yeah, it's like how it feels to chew 5 gum. What's it called over there? What's 5 gum in the UK? Because 5 surely is not stimulating enough for you guys. There is no greater parasite on this world's economy than consultants. Yeah? What about insurance companies? Wow, you still want my attention, even though I went halfway across Timbuktu, and you still want my attention, huh? Incredible. You really don't give up, do you? Oh, great, it's 2 p. Oh, I'm actually going to change the hourly track. I cannot stand this song. I cannot stand this song. I'm gonna change the hourly track. Any hourly track requests? Sometime during when the store is open, in case I get a gold nugget? It shivers me timbers in the worst way. 2 p.m., please? No, dude, I'm not doing stupid 2 p.m. You like this? Come get your boy. I haven't seen it. Sorry, my eyes have been so itchy these past few days. Oh my god. Ugh. 5 p.m. then. Yeah, maybe 5 p.m. That sounds better. I didn't see my spot. Could be up here. I still don't think, though, it's been up here. Has it not? Because I don't feel like I've been up here. Outside of checking to see if it was up here, only to then realize it was not. I don't think it's ever been up here. It's only been on the first tier still. Great news. Joe is online. Guys, everyone relax. Joe is online. Joe has logged on. Everyone chill. We can all relax now. Thank God. I was getting worried there, actually. I was getting a little worried there. I forgot that juicy fruit existed. Bro, I chewed juicy fruit too long one time. Like, I chewed it for, like, hours. Big mistake. Don't chew juicy fruit for too long, man. Have you guys ever done that before? Joe D's nuts. That doesn't even make sense, man. First time chat message, by the way. Money spot behind the blue house on the cliff. You missed it? It's behind the blue house. What? It becomes solid nothing. It turns, actually, I wish it would have been solid nothing. It was actually quite disgusting. Blue house on the cliff. Blue flower, red thorns. Wow, it is up here for the first time. Look at that. Great, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to go find 4 days from now. Yuck. I remember, I have a traumatic... Actually, me and my sister actually both have this memory because we both shared a stick of juicy fruit gum before we had to go to a funeral. And as if there was a good time for it to turn disgusting and, like, into nothing in your mouth. It was in the middle of a funeral, and we weren't able to just, like, go spit it out. We had to just sit there with like this disgusting. Oh my god. I don't know. I feel like I've read horror stories of other people, if you don't know what I'm talking about, who chew juicy fruit for too long. If you know, you know. If you don't, it basically turns to puke in your mouth if you chew it for too long. Swallow it. No, dude, no! That was even worse. I guess I could have buried it and then moved it. Yeah, that's a good point. I actually could have been doing that all along. Oh well. Whatever. It absolutely disintegrates. Yes, dude, it does, and it turns disgusting. So, I think after that day forward, I never chewed juicy fruit ever again. Doesn't a lot of gum do that? I've chewed a lot of gum for a long time, and it only ever turns, like, flavorless. It doesn't turn into mush. That shit turned into mush. Like, it always remains gum if you chew it for too long, but eventually it loses its flavor. Which, speaking of, do you guys know Zebra Stripe? Speaking of gum that loses its flavor, Zebra Stripe is like legitimately 10 seconds of flavor before it's gone. It's 10 seconds before it's gone, and that's hardly an exaggeration. It's tragic. I loved Zebra Stripe as a kid. There was only one store in my hometown that sold juicy fruit, so whenever we went there, I had to get a pack of juicy fruit. I had to be like, Mom, can I get a pack of juicy fruit? It was like 99 cents, so she always just said yes. She's the fool, though. She's probably bought me like 100 packs of gum over the course of my life. Cost her $100 just in buying gum. Anyway, Zebra Stripe was great. Tastes amazing for those glorious 10 seconds that it lasts in your mouth. What a scam. What's the bubblegum you always get during Halloween? Oh, are you talking to me? I don't... Is that a tradition that I do, or is that just a general thing that people do? I don't recall that. Anyone see those chewing gum packets in random sweet shops called Camel Balls or something? Camel Balls, huh? Big Camel Balls guy. Where's my tree for today? The one that I actually need to harvest. I don't think I saw it, unless I just missed it. The fuck? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's also unicorn balls. Bro, I am not chewing on no damn unicorn balls, man. There it is. Oh yeah, I was going to change the hour as well. Let me do that. Get off this wretched soundtrack. We're going to go to 5 p.m. Much better. And it'll be dusk. Double bubble. Dude, double bubble with that, like, punk rock goose on the top of it. That stuff's pretty good. That in watermelon, that's good stuff. You guys remember, oh, God, what was it called? It was Fruit by the Foot, but it was gum. Bubble tape? Was it called bubble tape? Where it was literally, like, you take, like, a tape of it out, which was great because I never enjoyed the confines of just having one singular little strip of gum. So you could take bubble tape and you could make it as long and big of a piece as you want. That was awesome. Hubba Bubba? Hubba Bubba was the one with the goose, right? That's Bubble Yum with the goose. Oh, dude, Bubble Yum has the goose. You're so right. You're right. I like that stuff. That stuff's good. No, that's the tape. The fuck am I thinking of, then? What's up, Priz Rakdita? Hi. Bubba tape. I'm not a gum guy as an adult because my jaw pops when I chew anything. I think I would lower the rent with a single pack of gum. Sometimes you need stimuli. Like, you ever get hungry, but you're like, ah, man, I don't think I'm hungry. I think I'm just bored. sometimes when you get that, and I get that often, sometimes stick a thing of gum in your mouth. I actually have not been able to chew gum for the longest time because I've had these stupid Invisaligns. But sometimes you just want to, you're just bored, and maybe your mouth just needs like stimulus. And so you stick a wad of gum in your mouth, and then you chew that, and then you're like, okay, good, my mouth is satisfied. You should get them in case the nightly visitor comes by. Yeah? Maybe. Me at my job, I always have gum just in case. Yeah, I gotta keep that thang on you. Them thangs. I think I saw it. Oh no, I'm crazy. I thought I saw it. Maybe it's the tip of a weed or something. Oh, there's my tree. And then, don't we have another tree right next to it that's going to grow soon? Maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining that. Alright, we're gonna have another 100 grand though. That's good. So we only need another 48,000. So maybe, if we can get the money rock maybe one of these next 2 days, it might only be 1 day. Dagnel, can you give me $100 million? I'll think about it. What's your favorite AC and H fish? The barred knife jaw. Normally I don't like favorite questions, but that one I actually have a definitive answer for. The barred knife jaw. Barred knife jaw, red snapper, coelacanth. Gotta be my top 3. They're so cool. What's up, Russo Goob? So if I get... Alright, we probably don't need to plant the trees anymore, though. We could probably hold off on planting the trees, since we're definitely going to have enough just through the trees that I have planted to get the amount that we need. Yeah, in fact, we would only need a couple more days of trees. So yeah, everything after this is just gravy. I mean, I guess if I wanted to do it for future debts as well, that would be handy. But yeah, we have enough trees now. We're going to have 300 grand in our bank account. And we only need another 48 grand. So probably just one more day if we harvest our tree and then also our money rock. I was about to be like, where the hell is Isabel? But she's outside with the fireworks. The goob is here. What's a creature you want to see in an AC game to be captured and donated so kindly to the owl? This is... I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen this guy before, because it's in a Japanese-only version of the game. But have you guys... I mean, I've caught it before in one of my challenges, so maybe if you've seen that video. Do you guys know the coconut crab? Only in Dobutsu no Mori E+. And it was a crab that you shook out of a coconut tree, and it blunk fell to the ground, and you could catch it. And it never got brought back. Only in that one region-locked version of the first-generation Animal Crossing games, and never again. Bring him back. Bring back the coconut crab. I want him back. What if they could Amelia Earhart you? What the hell does that even mean? Are you talking about how you could shake the tree and it falls on... Oh, I actually probably shouldn't do that because I hit my headphones and I don't want to break them. You mean that they could, like, fall from the tree, hit you in the noggin, and then crack your skull open and kill you? Like how when a scorpion and tarantula bites you in this game, it, like, knocks... That would actually be really funny. That'd be really funny if you could... Amelia Earhart was theorized to be eaten by crabs. Oh, that is way worse than what I thought. Bro, what? She was eaten by crabs? I thought it was just like her plane crashed, or she ran out of gas or something. She was unconscious or dead. And then, well, okay, like, but, okay, that's not why she died, though. Whatever the crabs did to her body afterwards, maybe, but I don't know. What are you gonna do, Flick? What are you gonna do? Yeah, you're looking real tough guy over here. Yeah, you really showed me, dude. She did crash into the ocean. Right, that's how she died. She was not... The cause of death will never be put down as eaten by crabs. I think it would be called plane crash or something. And then whatever nature decided to do with her afterwards is only speculation. Right, the crabs ate her after. Yeah, exactly. Well, we don't even know that, do we? Who the hell... I've never heard this with the crabs. I've never heard this before. What do we... Where did this crab bullshit come from? Because if you're like, she died on an island that had coconut crabs on it. Okay, but there's probably a bunch of other things that could have eaten her as well. Never? Bro, no! All I knew is that she... First woman to cross the ocean... And then she perished on one of the flights. Wait, she died? Oh, bro. But, like, okay, if she washed ashore somewhere, who's to say that, like, I don't know, like a lemur didn't eat her or something? Lemurs, they notoriously eat people. This is true, by the way. Zabumufu lied to you. Where's my tree? Is it that one that's behind that blue house way up where? I feel like that one I buried 4 days ago or something like that. Something like that. Can't see it from here. It's like way in the back. Look up Amelia Earhart coconut crabs. It's the fourth fill in the results. Oh no, it's not that one. The fourth result on a Google search query is honestly, I do not trust, this is me, this is my bias, I don't trust a Google search result past like the first 3 results. And that's not including the stupid AI overview that they give you now. I don't trust a Google search result past the first 3. Usually it's only 1 or 2 that I actually trust. Anything after that, I'm like, dubious. Be on the lookout. I don't trust this one. Okay, but Google changed so much in the past couple of years that I don't think you can trust anything ever. Yeah, that's right. Use Bing. Which I'm sure is totally not powered by, what, Copilot? Yeah, whatever. Hey, anyway, we got... Alright, so that should be 358,000. 356,000, actually. Which is more than what I need, so let's pay off this debt. Move on to sea creatures. Cool. The first ones are always sponsored as well. Okay, outside of the AI result and the sponsored ones, which I don't even get the sponsored ones because I think my ad blocker blocks them. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Don't be obtuse. Yeah, if we just do 48,000, then we can pay from savings, and then just do it like that. There we go. Loan payment, pay from savings, full amount. Bang. I should become like a bang guy. Like, I say, like, bang when I do things. Like, I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, though. Yes, the diligent repayment of my home. Yes, I would like to talk to you. Anyway, I want the coconut crab back. That was the whole point of what I was talking about. I want to expand. 548,000 is the next one. And we are going to be paying that off with sea creatures. Now, we did order the wetsuit, which, by the way, after checking off the back room, we have 5,052,000 bells remaining. Woo, getting there. We did order the wetsuit, so we can go ahead and start doing sea creatures immediately. We don't have to do the whole island metal nonsense from New Leaf, although I do miss Tortimer Island in this game, so if I had to do that, I guess I wouldn't be complaining that much. But anyway, so yeah, next up sea creatures, and we're going to do that at March at 4 p.m. Same time as what we did in New Leaf, because I think it should be just as profitable then as it was now. It should be just as profitable here than it was in New Leaf. Yeah. That's what I tried to say. Although I'm open to second opinions if you have them. Although, I don't know. It seems logical. But if you say, Dagnel, the Gigas Giant Clam is worth 15,000 and it spawns really often during this time of year, then maybe. You'd have to pull up the fine numbers, though, of their spawn rates. Otherwise, I will not believe you. Alright, but that means we have to go to March. Everything out of my pockets that I want? No. I'll put some stuff away. I think we empty our pockets out completely. And don our wetsuit. Cite your sources in APA format. That's right. What are the different formats? I don't even remember this. Leaf print wetsuit. Rocket sent me something? Ew. Source, dude, just trust me. That does not, ew, God, this looks ugly with my boots. Oh, I went from so darn spiffy to nasty. That clashes so badly. I'll be honest, this suit kind of sucks. I don't really like the look of it, but it was the first one that was available. Oh, whatever. APA, MLA, Chicago. We always did MLA. We were an MLA school. What were you guys? Chicago, I don't know anyone who did Chicago. I personally don't know anyone who ever did Chicago. I didn't pay attention, so IDK. That's not cool. School is cool. I did Chicago for poli-sci history. Wow, that's crazy. I took poli-sci too, and I never used that. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it just depends on probably your school, right? Honestly, does it even freaking matter? How much of a big deal is it? I'm sure some scientist is going to come in here and be like, actually, it's a huge deal. Farquad. Also, one thing I should do before I do sea creatures is I should get the next expansion for my inventory. That would be very wise of me. So that I can fit as many sea creatures, so I have to do as many trips. It's 8,000 though. Jeez, man. I guess. Sometimes you get the entire school does one way, except for this one teacher. Like, what is the real reason? Real answer, the amount it matters depends on the professor that you're writing it for. I guess I'm looking for, like, a more broad, like, in the interest of science. Like, I don't know, is one of them more reliable than the other? Isn't it just doing the same thing, just in different ways? I don't really see how that would even matter, but I don't know, I'm stupid. That's why I ask you guys to enlighten me. The smart people. Okay, I'm blowing your balloons up too much. Can you send me good vibes for the finals I have this week? There you go. Why isn't your sub coming through? Thank you, Supper Last, for the 39 months. It didn't play, though. Been subbed to you for longer than one of my cats has been alive. You predate my evil baby. That is kind of crazy. Thank you for the 39 months. I mean, that's 3 years. That's a pretty long time. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. And enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing for another month on Twitch. Alright, so we got some motherfucking sea creatures. We need... Alright, first of all, let's also pull out... His name is Larry? That's such an evil name. That's such an evil name. Let's also pull out... Okay, I'll pull up. What exactly the things that we're going to want to be looking for right now are, as far as sea creatures. If it's anything like New Leaf, the spider crab, the snow crab, the red king crab are the big uns. So, spider, red king crab, snow crab. What exactly are the things that we're going to be wanting to look out for here? Creatures, sea creatures in Animal Crossing New Horizons, sea creatures in Animal Crossing New Horizons in the month of March. Okay, sorting by sell prices. The biggest things are the spider crab at 12 grand. The red king crab at 8 grand. Oh, the umbrella octopus is 6 grand. Okay. Keep an eye out for that as well. Yeah, the snow crab is also 6 grand. The pearl oyster's 28 grand. That's actually decent. I remember that from New Leaf. It was pretty good. 28 grand. And then mantis shrimp is 2.5. And Dungeness is actually only 1900. Honestly, I think anything below the mantis shrimp is not that worth writing down, but I got spider crab, red king crab, snow crab, umbrella octopus, pearl oyster, and mantis shrimp. If you guys can find a better top 6 than that, how about that? If you guys can find a month and a time that has a better top 6 most valuable creatures during that time, then the spider crab at 12 grand, the red king crab at 8 grand, the snow crab at 6 grand, the umbrella octopus at 6 grand, the pearl oyster at 2.8 grand, and the mantis shrimp at 2.5 grand. If you can find a time, a month and a time that has a better top 6 than that by overall value, then we can do that time instead. But I think that March, this is a pretty good time. I'm open to ideas, though, if you guys can find. But that's your goal. If you want to prove me wrong, that's what you have to do. Also, before I even get those rare sea creatures, like the spider crab and all that, I'm going to need to catch a bunch of little guys, like whelks. And rather not as valuable things before I can actually get to the spider crab and all those good valuable crabs, because our good old friend, the total catch requirement, might be hated. So, I don't know what it is to get. How many do you need to catch to get? I think it's 80. I think I need to get 80 things. So 2 full pockets worth of sea creatures before I can start to get the spider crab is... Oh, that's a lot, dude. That's crazy. December at 3 p.m. because I said so. Yeah, that's not a good enough reason, I'm afraid. I love your streams. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ray Utal. Thank you. So the good thing about sea creatures in this game, the total catch requirement's the bad news. The good news is that sea creatures cannot escape past the confines of the little net border there. Jellyfish don't sting you. That's nice. And they also don't just disappear out from underneath you because they swam underneath Captain's boat, or they got too close to the shore, or they just felt like despawning, as they did pretty often. So that's nice. The bad news again, though, is that you do still have to spam the A button, which sucks a lot, but oh well. Hi, Dagnel. What debt are we on? We are on the 548,000 sea creature debt. Yeah, diving in New Leaf makes you appreciate it so much more in New Horizons, for sure. That being said, it also feels really slow compared to New Leaf. I felt like this is really, really slow. I don't know. I guess it's fine as long as the sea creatures move a relative, you know, slow speed compared to New Leaf as well, but I feel so slow swimming in this game. Just hold down the A button. Alright, dude, I'm holding down the A button. Look at that. Look at how not that much faster. Actually, not at all faster that it is. By spamming it, it's fastest. They did make it so that you do like a little like glide when you hold down the A button, but it's not faster. Like, compare... I don't know. We can compare this by... Actually, we have a good way of comparing this. If you need proof. If you need proof, we actually have a good way of testing this, alright? It's pretty ingenious. I just thought of this. Is that a fish? How the hell is a fish spawning this far out? Oh, because you're like... Oh, that appeared way smaller than it actually is. I was like, bro, how the hell? Timed spamming? Not quite. We're going to compare how long it takes for 3 of these little yellow posts along the rope to pass by our screen. So I'll show you here. I'll show you what I mean. This actually seems decent. Octopus. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get as close to this rope as possible. I'm going to face directly in the right direction, as far right as I can. And then I'm going to pull out the stopwatch here on my phone. Alright. This is going to be really hard to do for the spamming segment. But, alright, so as soon as we see... As soon as one... Oh, you're not going to be able to see it, actually, because it's going to go by my webcam. Alright, let me move up a little bit, then. So that you guys right underneath my face box. Alright, I'm going to go straight to the right, and the timer will start as soon as that left marker, that yellow left marker, goes off the screen, alright? And I'm going to do, first I'm going to do the holding A, and then we're going to do the spamming A. It's going to be way harder to do the spamming A, with the way I have my, like, fingers crabbing my controller, and then the other hand on the stopwatch here, but it's fine. Alright, 3, 2, 1, start swimming. Off the screen. Okay, that's 1. I said we're going to do 3. That's 2. And that time, that was 21.74 seconds. 21.74 seconds. 21.74 seconds holding A. And then spamming A. Let's go back to the one that we started on. Let's go back to the one that we started on so that we can, you know, in case they made it so that these are not all equidistant. For some reason. Although I don't know why they wouldn't be. Why don't we check the timer underneath your face? I guess you could do that too, but I feel like that's a little bit harder to track. Alright, so that was the first one that we saw right there, which means we started to the right of this guy right here, I think. Alright, so we got it lined up here. Let's get it so that we're in about the same spot. I think this is about the same spot that we started in. And then we're going to spam the A button this time, using the same timing method. I, for some reason, put my phone to sleep. Alright, so that was 21.74. Let's restart it. So we're going to spam, go. It's a lot harder to do this, but I can already tell you this is faster. So this is 2, and this is going to be 3. And that was time 17.5 seconds. So, yes, it is faster to spam the button. Case closed. The fact that somebody is questioning you about playing Animal Crossing is crazy. You've literally played it so much, I think that you would know. I'm not saying I'm the smartest Animal Crossing player of all time, and that I know everything about the game. But I do, I don't know, like, baseless, oh, holding the button is just as fast, does annoy me, and I feel the need to disprove it whenever I see it. Yeah, sure, dude, here you go. Whatever I get from Pascal, I suppose, counts as well, just like last game. If he gives me... Oh, he gives me pearls this time, though. Yeah, that's way more valuable than the stupid furniture he used to give me. That's way better. 6 is afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. But man, it was a setup. The real culprit, -7. Okay. And I get Nook Miles for that, huh? Oh, okay, so we caught 10 total. And then, yeah, I think 80 is when we unlock all the sea creatures. An evil, twisted, fucked up version of 7 drew the Hamburger Helper logo, all evil and mean. Just a fucked up look at my deep and evil soul. What kind of wetsuit is that? The ugly one. No, I think it's like purple leaf wetsuit or something. is ugly, though. I don't know. I hope you wouldn't want this. I can't even check. At least they let you open your inventory in the ocean this time. But seriously, why don't they let you release things? Like, this is dumb. Let me release stupid... Like, when you catch something and it's too much for your inventory, you could then release it. Why don't they let you do it when you're just in the water? It's so stupid. They still got a lot of things to buff out for sea creatures in the next game, man. They still got a lot of things to buff out. Thank you, Snoofkins, as well, for the 52 months Prime, and also Parmesan Panda. I don't know why my stupid Twitch alerts are not playing. I'm sorry. I'm not being notified of them, so I'm missing them. Thank you, though. Thanks to Snoofkins for the 52 months, and Parmesan Panda for the 4 months. Why is nothing spawning either, man? Holy shit. Nothing spawning, bro. Both of you enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Maybe swap days so you could get a pearl for every scallop? VIP that chatter for 5 minutes. VIP that chatter for 5 minutes. Because I do think that that would be marginally more beneficial to do, yes. It wouldn't take too long to go to the next day, and if I get... That's actually a really good idea. This is on YouTube, dog. VIP on YouTube? I don't know, is there some equivalent on YouTube stream? Give that person I don't know. Give them a red star. Oh, it's raining now. I actually like that. It's aesthetic. Give them a badge of good. Can't have shit on YouTube, man. Give that chatter a high five. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. It's a good idea. Because we can't get the expensive boys until we get 80 total catches. But if we can get 10 grand for every scallop, basically... That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I guess I have to spend a little bit of time... Oh, and I don't have my stupid... I have to spend a little bit of time going through the loading screen every day, but, not a big deal. A hearty handshake. Mods, give that guy a hearty handshake. Give him a big smacking kiss on the forehead. Mods, give that chatter a big smacking kiss on the forehead. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. You received a good noodle star. That's right. 74. I am not kissing no one. Really? Why'd you take this job then? You can't even gift a membership. Oh, you can definitely gift memberships. I'm not saying to do it. I know that you can do it. I've seen people do it before. Yo, thanks, Trash Hack, for the 10 gifted subs. What the heck? Thank you. Thanks for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. If you got a gift sub courtesy of Trash Hag on Twitch, enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you. That's very generous of you. The mod resume for Dagnel includes being able to give out a big smacking kiss on command from the big man himself. Yeah. If a chatter so doth deserve a big smacking kiss, well, I'm not going to do it. So I got my mods to do my dirty work for you. Trash Hag got paid recently, it seems. I hope that you wouldn't spend your paycheck on old twitch.tv/Dagnel, but I do appreciate it. You should spend it on twitch.tv/Crunt. God, do you think that's going to be their username? When they grow up? Turban Shell. Or like Turbular. It's not intuitive if you can. No, nothing about YouTube chat is intuitive. From the mod's perspective, from the streamer's perspective, And I think from the chat members' perspective as well. It's all very unintuitive. It's all very... I don't know. Ooh, I just got a natty pearl. Ooh. I'll take a natty pearl. That's 10 grand, and I didn't even have to give Scallop a Pascal. What did I just say? I didn't have to give Scallop a Pascal. What's his name? His name is Pascal, and I didn't have to give him a Scallop. That's right. Alright, cool. Good thing there's no total catch requirement for that. He's tweaking. I actually could not get that right. You ever do that? Where you say things opposite in the sentence, and then you try to correct it, but your brain is like so wired to believe that they are the way that you originally said it in high? Oh, another 10 grand for the dagger! Look at that. Dude, this is a genius idea. And then when we run out of March days, if we ever do, then we'll go back. No, you are the only person to ever experience this. Fuck! Really? Rule of thumb, man. Spend more time eating free pizza than you do thinking about work. You know what's fun is that every time we get a pearl, I don't even have to show me catching the pearl. I can just show you whatever Pascal says for the YouTube video. I think that actually is a good way to edit this. Every time I get a pearl, just put in the video whatever Pascal says to me, and then I'll be like, alright, here's all my sea creatures that I caught. I'm a genius, man. God. Can Pascal give you DIYs too? I think now, ever since... I don't know why they changed this for the 3.0 update. But I think now for the 3.0 update, he only gives you pearls. Which, I'm like, how do you get the DIYs now? But I think, yeah, he only gives you pearls. How much do pearls sell for? 10 grand, I think. 10 grand. Pretty good. Oh, he gives you both. He gives you clothes and DIYs, but he also gives you an extra pearl. Oh, okay, so he gives you the DIY and also a pearl. That's good, because I think that you didn't get pearls often enough from before. Like, they did feel really rare. The fact that you get one with every scallop now is very handy. That's very convenient. He slips a pearl into your pocket. Ew, out of there. Ew, get out of here, you freaking pervert. Get out of my pockets, dude. You just slip in. Dude, imagine if someone just came up to you, slip something in your pocket. Like, even if it was big and valuable, it's like, bro, get out of there. What are you doing? I'm gonna sue you. Twiggy is so repulsive. Bro, he's not that bad. No, wait, I'm thinking of Jacques. I'm thinking of Jacques. Twiggy is the normal villager, right? The one that I have on my island. What? No, Twiggy's fine. No, Twiggy's fine. What are you talking about? Get off Twiggy. Yeah, there's like worse things in the game. He slips them in your rain boots and they're just shaking around in there. Oh, cool. Like when you like get a rock in your shoe when you're walking through gravel. That doesn't sound very fun, actually. Happy. Whatever. Whatever. I know everything about this game except villagers. That's not true. I actually don't even know everything about this game outside of villagers. I know very much only a fraction. But I will say villagers are my weak spot as far as my knowledge gap. Fish and bugs and sea creatures to an extent. I got you. Not no damn Twiggy. Too many birds. Looks like a moldy, like, what do they call it? Like that, you know, there's like, what are they called? Those Baby Bell cheeses that are wrapped in the red wax. The sea anemones look like those, except they like sprouted mold. Dude! Let's go. This is such a good idea. What's up? What's you got to say to me this time? I'm gonna know the whole mermaid set at this point. Feel this. I had a nightmare once. There was a scallop eating me. But when I woke up, I thought about it and fair play. Since I'm going to put all these into the video, I'm going to put a big old, like, marker in there. There you go. That's my marker. A little, like, peak in the audio so I can pinpoint it when I'm in the editing program. Alright, then we'll get this and go to the next thing. Chambered Nautilus. Chambered Nautilus is like 1,500, I think. Something like that. Pascal, you dirty boy. I also love when villagers who are weird little freaks, so perhaps my opinion is an outlier and I should not be counted. No, somebody's gotta like the weird little freaks. Somebody's gotta like the weird little freaks. Mods, can I say something slightly rowdy? It strikes me as a situation where if you have to ask. That being said, you have gifted me 15 subs today, so you know what? I do absolutely play favorites for people who give me money, so go ahead. Should you get a whistle like the PE teachers, mark your clips, and wake up the cozy EP lurkers? See, that's what I don't want to do, is by doing like a clap, I honestly don't think it's too loud in the microphone, because this microphone sort of suppresses loud, peaky audio like that. But it does create a spike in the audio that I can easily pinpoint. But yeah, in a perfect world, I have like a button that I press on my keyboard that makes a marker on this like video file or something that my editing program can, you know, pick up and be like, hey, something happened here. That's in a perfect world, but I don't know if such a thing exists, sadly. As a cozy EP lurker, thank you. Yeah, see, I don't want to, like, I don't know. I already feel like I raised my voice too much for the people who like to lurk. Get a clicker? You talking about, like, one of them, like, marker, and then they do the little, like, those things? Yeah, I genuinely have been actually thinking about it. I have actually thought about it before, but you can practically do the same thing with your hands, as I have demonstrated. I would also just rather, like, hit a button on my keyboard and have the marker get automatically put into the program so that, you know, even if it is easier to find the audio spike, these scallops are so common, man. Can I ask what you use to record? I've used a similar feature in OBS before. Yeah, I also use OBS, and I know it has a lot of plugins for things like that. It's just that the things that I've found that do something like that... Oh, I didn't even look at the truth. Damn it. Oh well. We won't count that one. The things that I've found that do a similar function don't actually make a marker in my editing program, which is DaVinci Resolve. It just, like, I don't know, it does something not that. Oh, it's Pi Day in-game too now. Nice. Yippee. It would be really funny if once per stream you did a loud shriek just to keep us awake and building knowledge it after, keep us on our toes. While that would actually be pretty funny, I would also feel really bad for the people that would stop watching because they would be like, oh, he's going to do the shriek. Chad, has he done... People would come in and they'd be like, Chad, has he done the shriek yet? And people would be like, no, and then they would leave because they'd be like, well, I know he's going to do it at some point and I might fall asleep. Absolutely not. Yeah, no, I don't think I will do that. Funny idea, but no. Sometimes I shriek for reasons that I don't know, like something scares me, like a spider crawls up my leg, and then I shriek. But that's at least, like, I could be like, it wasn't random. The people would wake up and they'd be like, dude, what the hell? What is wrong with you? And I'd be like, but there was a spider on my leg. And they'd be like, oh, okay, I guess. I guess that's fine. I guess that makes sense. Eat it. No. You'd scare Fig, and that's unacceptable. Yeah, I mean, like, people sleeping, people napping. Like, I would probably, like, rile everyone's pets up. I wouldn't want that to happen. Dungeness crab. 1 hour of silence, occasionally interrupted by a dag shriek. I don't think I've belted out a good shriek on stream before. That wasn't entirely intentional. I think actually one time when I was playing Lethal Company, I did. And a bracken scared me. And killed me. But that's understandable, right? I could be like, guys, chat, a bracken scared me. And they'd be like, yeah, okay, fine, I guess. I cook with a pizza. Please don't rile up my leech, Mr. Dagnel. You have a pet leech? Strange thing to have, but, you know, whatever. I slept through Game Grumps religiously, and the loud part of Your Heart Will Go On. I'm not singing that part. Is that particularly loud? It's not... I don't know. But yeah, Game Grumps, it's like, dude, if you can sleep through, like... I don't know, I haven't watched Game Grumps in years. Are they still, like, loud and screamy? If you could sleep through, like, the Game Grumps that I remember, yeah, I don't think anything could wake you up. I don't think, like, an earthquake could wake you up. You could set a date in, like, 4 months to screech on stream. Okay, but wait, but pause for 1 second. Why do people want me to screech so bad? Why? You guys are asking for it now. You're like, bro, no, it could work. It could work. Here's how you do it. You put it like a date 4 months from now. You could do it. But wait, hold on, why, though? That's what I'm not getting. That's what I'm not getting. Enrichment. If you want to be enriched, play like Portal, or Portal 2. Or Portal 3, coming out in 2031. Oh wait, I wasn't allowed to say that. Ignore that I just said that. I wasn't allowed to say that. How's the weather? Everyone's weather doing good? The thrill of waiting for the shriek. Shouldn't you be, like, waiting for, like, the poggers moments? Shouldn't you be waiting for the, like, the epic gameplay or something like that? Shouldn't you be waiting for the times where you can be like, fish get, or something like that? Shouldn't that be what you're looking forward to? Like the thrill of the Twitch stream watching? Or like the next epic funny joke that I'm going to tell or something? That's what you should be here for, is like the epic poggers moments, man. Loot get! Yeah, dude, like, we got loot. We all need a shot of cortisol every so often. Go on, like, I don't know, go on CNN then. There are plenty of other ways to do that. Yo, Turban Shell, yeah, it's like, dude, you're gonna be so pogged when you get, that's why we come here. I don't know why, that guy looks big. What big boy can I get with no catches? Is that boy big, or is that a sea bass, and I'm being baited into getting my fishing rod, coming back here, and catching that? Because I think I might. Oh, I finally ran out of room. Sea bass? Sea bass? Dude, that looked so much bigger, though. That looked so much bigger. That looked huge. But I don't think anything could spawn that's huge right now for me because... Oh, you know what? Looking at it this angle, you're totally right. Oh, hey, I got bells as well. Nice. Alright, so my first inventory full of sea creatures. Plus, oh my god, I have a lot of DIYs. I should... do I sell those? Do I learn them? I don't know. I guess I'll learn them. So, not quite a full inventory of sea creatures, but close. Plus some pearls. Should be a pretty good start for selling. I mean, the pearls themselves will be 50 grand, I think, because I have 5 and they're 10 grand each. Nothing too great value-wise after that, but... Oh, fuck. How do I get out? Nothing too great value-wise outside of that, but, I don't know. I'll hope for, like, 70 grand just with this one sell. Oops. Olive flounder, TBH. Nah, that was at least a sea bass. Whoa, that's a cool gnome, dude. Oh my god, that gnome fucked my wife. Jesus. That gnome looks like he just fucked my wife. He's like, he's so cool. What the hell? That's a sick-ass gnome, bro. What the hell? I'm intimidated by that gnome. Yeah, 76,500. I gotta get that. I gotta get out of there. That gnome is freaking me out, dude. That guy... Jeez, I gotta get out of here. God. So anyway, yeah, that's our first 100 grand done. And now we need that times, what, 5.5? It's not bad. Hello. Buy him and put him in the airport to intimidate newcomers. Maybe. I don't know. That gnome has a Harley. No doubt, dude. My mailbox. Oh, great. I can move my mailbox now. Why he kind of lip bite emoji? Bro. No, man. I want to do a giveaway of 1 million bells. Blah. Did you like vomit at the end of your comment? What's up with that? I'm sorry. Take some like Pepto or something. I want to do a giveaway of 1 million bells. Okay. You might want to, I don't know. You might want to take something for that. No, like bleh in a silly way? Oh, okay. Well, I assure you nobody in this stream chat wants 1 million bells. It's like when people do like the goofy ah. It's like something like freaked me out in the middle of my comment. Goofy it's scary. Something freaked me out. Speak for yourself, Binkler. I'm not even the Binkler anymore, dude. All right. Like yeah, like or like freaky. Washed plus chopped. Dude, I'm literally the best I ever was. I think I'm actually like as good as I ever have been at this game. Actually. Ooh, money. Alright, let's not skip his dialogue this time. Doesn't mean ass? Yeah, I know means ass, and it's just like this, I don't know, it's this thing that children on the internet started doing, and I'm like, just say ass! It's not that bad of a word, just say ass! Dude, there's like 50 worse swear words than that. 500, really. It bugs me. Put a pearl in there, too. Just slid it on in there. You don't want to miss the good old days too much, or you might miss out on the good new days. That's actually true. That's actually true. I believe that one. That's the first one where I'm like, yeah, actually real shit, my brother. And then I dap him up. Oh, let me get this while I'm here. First time chat message. Yo, streamer. What's up? I goon to headphones. Would you goon to my headphones? They are Sennheiser... What are they? I have Sennheiser HD 600s. Would you goon to my headphones? Yes or no? Be honest with me. You can tell me no. You can tell me no. I won't take it personally. They may not be like the best out there, but they're all reliable, you know? Pretty good quality, but it's not my cup of tea personally. What is your cup of tea then, out of just horrible, horrible curiosity? They're an AirPods kind of person. How can you say no to Sennheiser HD 600s and then be like, yes, dude, AirPods? Chocolate chip cookies or sugar cookies? I'm a sugar cookies guy. Who the fuck is gooning to AirPods? I know, dude. What a barbaric thing. What a just absolutely barbaric thing to do. Jesus. The nerve of some people. Oh, Nook's Cranny's expanding. Good. No, that's fine. Me and my Bose GC40 QC45s. I'm looking up how expensive they are, and if they're expensive, I'm going to ask you to donate me $500. Bose QC45. Uh-oh, they're not that expensive. Quiet Comfort 45 is what the QC stands for. They're noise-canceling smart headphones. Oh, dude, wait, I just found one on the official Bose website. It's $329. That might be like 5 gift subs, alright? That might be 5... No, I'm kidding. When I think expensive headphones, I think like over $1,000. Because some people drop some serious moolah on a good pair of headphones. Thank you, Jake is Bad, for the 49 months. Sorry, my alerts are not playing today, which is awesome. That's an F-tier goons. That's an F-tier goons. Now, A-tier goons is Sony WX1000. Sorry, I gotta thank this sub first before I indulge your stupid... Before your stupid bit. Your username. Thank you, Jake is Bad, for the 49 months. If I was a dog, I would have been subbed for 34 dog years. That's awesome. Thank you. Sony WH... I gotta look at these headphones. M6. I'm seeing M5s, M4s. WH-1000. Oh, those are pretty clean, actually. Those are pretty clean. And they're actually not that expensive. They're only 400 bucks on Sony's website. No thank you, Sony. I don't want to fucking agree to your EULA or whatever. They're 60 bucks off on Sony's website if you get them in pink. Actually, if you get them in any color. Damn, those are kind of clean, dude. Actually. Those are kind of clean. Not incredibly pricey, either. Olufsen Beoplay H100. What, bro? Or is that like Beauplay? Hey, Mantis Shrimp's pretty good. Olufsen. What was it? I actually really like headphones, so I'm indulging this novel username more than I should. H100. Good God! Okay, yeah, see, this is what I was thinking when I was thinking expensive headphones, is... $2,200. $2,200. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. When I think, like, somebody dropped a lot of money on some headphones, that's what I think. That'll be the day. That'll be the day. Is that, like, for an audiophile, is that, like, baby audiophile's first pair of, like, big boy headphones? Oh, thanks for the raid, Super YTFA. Thanks for the raid. I hope your stream is good. Thank you. Jesus Christ, that's more than my rent. Yeah, well, at least you only have to pay for these once. That's every month. Dungeness crab. Like, if you were trying to get into, like, the hobby of being, like, really into headphones and audio mixing or whatever, would that be, like, your entry-level headphone purchase before people start taking you seriously? Or is that, like, no, you're really serious about it when you're buying those? Yeah, that's, like, the entry-level ones? Good God. What are, like, you're a real serious person about this headphones cost, then? That's around what I spent on my PC. Yeah, man, that's like... I can think of a lot of things to do with $2,200, and not many of them are buying headphones. You know, just exclusively. If I could only buy one thing with $2,200. Another pearl for Dagnel. That buys like 2 cows. And then 2 cows could be turned into like way more than $2,200. Maybe. Yeah, give me some wisdom. Laughter is your brain getting so excited it forgets how lungs work. Her is the best malfunction. I don't know about that one. What's like the most expensive purchase that you guys have made relative to your hobby? Like a hobby that you're into? Like, okay, most of you have probably paid rent before. Which, but that's not a hobby. Paying rent is not a hobby. If it is, it's a really lame one. If you, like, related to your hobby, what's the most money you've dropped on something? Medical school. I would also argue that that's not a hobby. That's a career. The Switch 2? Yeah, I mean, that is like 400 something bucks. 500 pounds on a dance costume. I got a Kobo e-reader that was 200 pounds. Damn. $300 on a doll. My PS5? Yeah. Spent 10 grand on cow feed because I show cows. That's pretty cool, actually. 2,000 bucks on a PC, yeah. It's in the 5 figures. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, I guess my PC as well, which was like a couple grand plus some. That was also during like the worst of, well, I don't know. I don't really keep track of it. Oh, I have 50 creatures. Yippee, only 30 more till everything starts to spawn. My PC was a couple, like 2,500 grand. It was also during like the initial ridiculous price gouging for GPUs. So, it probably could have been cheaper. Look at that, dude! Crazy. Does hyperfixations count? Because I've spent hundreds on Pro Makers on nail polish. I mean, yeah, I'd kind of call it that. I mean, I don't... Hyperfixations is, in my head, synonymous with hobbies. I don't know. People have these, like, words for hobbies now, like special interests and hyperfixations. And I'm like, that's just a hobby most of the time. I don't know. Maybe there are exceptions to the rule. I spent 180 on one meal. Geez, what's the most I've spent on one meal before? Not 180, I don't think. Maybe 100. I don't know though, man. I tend to not go to like super expensive places. I don't know. The Titanic is my hobby? I mean, maybe, like, yeah, researching it and historically documenting it. Yeah, I think it could, if you don't phrase it so obtusely, like you're deliberately trying to prove me wrong. They say not to make mountains out of molehills, but if you're making mountains, can you be that picky? Today's a good day. Don't forget about the money tree on the back of the island. It's not going anywhere, so it's not a big deal right now. I'd rather just worry about getting the sea creatures done. Ah, yes, my hobby is Steven Universe. I love Steven Universing all the time. Alright, well, if you guys are just gonna be, like, rude about it, then I won't even bother. So when you guys have no answer to when people ask you what your favorite hobbies are, you're gonna think back to this conversation. You'll be like, well, I got no answer to this question. But in reality, you do. You just don't call them hobbies. I hated Steven Universe. Cringiest show of all time. Don't yuck other people's yums. It's grand reopening. Is watching F1 a hobby? I mean, F1, yeah, I think is a hobby. Like, enjoying it. Sports. Enjoying sports, if you want to put it broadly. My hobby is lizard. I spend so much money on my lizard. Yeah. Like, actually, though. There's a body on the beach. He's fine. When are they gonna come out with an F2? Boy, have I got news for you. Not only is there an F2, there's an F3 and an F4. Oh my god, dude, what the hell? First try scallop, like, what, the last 2 or 3 days? This is crazy. I'm, like, loading this guy up with scallops. I think there's an F4. Like, regional F4s. Like, European F4. Watermelon confuses me, man. Why can't we call it fruity foam melon? It's not fooling anyone. I disagree with these subsequently more and more as time goes on. Also, am I getting a bunch of DIYs again? Yeah. Hey Dag, speaking of F4, do you know that something really funny and silly happens when you press F... Ban that person for life. Don't actually. Mods, time that person out, yes. Okay. That was a good one back in the days of, like, Counter-Strike Source. Is anyone falling for the Alt F4 joke in Giant 2026? I have a hard time thinking that. Ouch. Mods, find their address and tie them up and throw them into the trash compactor. Mods, don't do that. Don't listen to that user. Don't listen to user Furbivore. What is the deal with Pascal? What is he doing with all these scallops? Eating them. I'm giving him his daily bread, basically. I'm fueling this guy up. Dagnel get naked. No, Dagnel got nuked. Oh god, that scared me. I thought I was gonna have to ban you. I thought somebody said, Dagnel get naked. But they said Dagnel got nuked. Like when I turned off the camera. Bro, I was like, that was a crazy misread. Bro, that's my bad. Why do I have shoes? I have mermaid shoes. Why did he give me those? Oh, whatever, fine. It all counts. Nah, that was your mind. What, you think like, oh, Dagnel, get naked, I'm just gonna start like ripping my clothes off? Like, yeah, I want somebody to say that. It was Freudian slip. I want somebody to say that. No. He gave you those and pearls. I thought he gave me a DIY, but I guess. Maybe now he's giving me all the DIYs. I kind of doubt it. I feel like I've gotten that many. Probably teenage/young streamers, since a lot of them weren't raised on PCs. Were they not? What are they raised on? iPads? No, don't say that. You telling me, okay, somebody who's 15 now, born in 2011, surely they must have had PCs, right? Phones or iPads? But, like, you still had a PC, and you learned, like, how to use it, and, oh my god, another scout. Really? So you're telling me that people aren't going to know, in, like, 5 years from now, the knowledge of, like, Control-Alt-Delete is going to be a foreign language? Is it already? If I say Control-Alt-Delete to a 15-year-old, in my head, they will know what I'm talking about. The average 15-year-old will know what Control-Alt-Delete does. I feel like they will. I don't feel like you give the kids enough credit, you know? They're probably more intuitive than you think. Lots of folks wish for world peace. Not me. I wish for world pizza. Hard to fight when you're eating pizza. I guess. I used to believe that Control-Alt-Delete would turn off and wipe your PC. Well, yeah, it does. Yeah, that's true. What made you stop believing it? What about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? They fight and eat pizza. Yeah, that's true. That's true, actually. Pascal has not even watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ah, I just punched you. I'm sorry. Just punched the microphone. Which is essentially all of you guys in, like, one little box here. All of you guys are stored into my microphone. Essentially. And all the things that I say get beamed directly to you through this little box. So it's like, effectively, this is where you all are. So sorry, I kind of punched you personally there. Youch! Sorry. The streamer is hurting us mods. Stop him. You're not a mod. Or are you saying mods, stop him, not us mods? Mods can't do anything to me. They've tried. Oh, they've tried. Oh, they've tried. They can't. First time getting shaken baby syndrome. Kind of nervous. Dude, this is a subreddit for that, probably. Find other people just like you. Oh, first time getting SIDS. Kind of nervous. Anyone else? Oh, yeah, I remember the first time I got SIDS. It's always the worst time the first time, but it gets better after that. We try every day. They do, actually. Every time... So there's a locked channel in my Discord that can only be accessed by myself and my moderators. And boy, like... There is a lot of attempts at overthrowing me in that channel. And they think I don't check it, but I see it every day. They're like, what are we gonna do with this guy? I hate this guy. I'm gonna, like, unscrew some bolts from this guy's chair and make his chair, like, collapse underneath him, and maybe it'll kill him, finally. I'm gonna light this streamer's house on fire. I'm like, oy, oy, oy. It's a war zone in there. All we do is conspire against him. It's so true. It's sad. And all I do is what? It make you work, like, 3 hours a day to go, ooh, natty pearl. Natty pearl. And all I what? Make you do is work 3 hours a day moderating my chat room. Get over yourselves. You are the roadrunner to their wily coyote. That is actually so true. This is a big boy. Is this a crab of some sort? No, it is, but it's not a very good one. Where am I at? Crab check. 100 no, that's bugs. What am I doing? Deep dive, 58. I need 80. Where the fuck is the hotel? I don't think you get the hotel until you get 3 stars, right? And I do not. A Jerry amongst the Toms. That sniveling little rat. I cannot believe you compared me to him. What's your least favorite sea creature to catch? All of them. They all are boring and stupid. That's why I made it the cheapest of all the 3 creature deaths. Like, I made sea creatures the cheapest between bugs and fish and sea creatures. I made it the easiest debt to pay off, because I don't like catching any of them. Growling. Start growling now. This Detroit economy is in shambles, and all this man does is go swimming. Bro, I don't even want to hear that. I personally have done every single bit of progress in this island, including the most recent example of making it so that the Nook's Cranny expands, because I sold a certain amount of money to it. I sold a certain amount of, like, stuff to it. I'm literally the only one contributing to the economy. What do all the villagers do? Is just sit around and play with their damn worm or whatever. They don't do anything. If it's not me, who the hell is doing it? They're sitting around, like, swinging at bugs and missing them, and then doing, like, reading books and sitting and lazing. Still no proper museum, though. Yeah, because Blathers can... I stop where Blathers is not relevant to this challenge. He can go... He can wait. He can just wait. You haven't even gotten fleas yet. Moose is the only guy around here working to get bugs in his fur. I have gotten a flea. It came from that vermin. That little pest. Villagers should be able to buy stuff from Nooks, I think. No, because then people would be like, oh, I wanted to buy something, but then one of my villagers bought it before I could. Ah. Dude, I saw how people reacted to hotel guests being on people's islands and them getting sad that it was ruining their island aesthetic. Imagine if somebody really wanted to buy something from Nook's Cranny and one of their villagers bought it instead. They would literally... There would be a 1,000 character post about it on the Animal Crossing subreddit about how much Nintendo does not care about them. If there's any bit of inconvenience that your villagers would have towards you in this game, it would not be welcome. People want more dynamic and interesting villagers, but not like that. I think, to be clear, it would be pretty cool. I mean, maybe they could do something like that what they did in New Leaf, where they have to, like, consent. You have to, like, say, yeah, go for it, buy this thing, before they actually buy it. That could be cool, but, you know, still, though. They should also be their own independent villagers, as well. Yeah, man. Took you a while. Took me a while, I guess, to actually catch one. Feel this. Folks often have their best thoughts in the shower. That's why I spend all my time in the water. Pascal's the one guy at the bar who can't take a hint. I mean, think about it, like, I'm doing this once a day. We've seen him, like, 15 times today. But really, this has been, like, almost a month of doing this in-game. It's not that bad. Just dropping by before I go watch The Traders with my mum. How's the challenge going? Pretty good. American or British traders. I think there might be other country versions as well, but those are the only 2 that I know of. There's also Australia. Oh my god, wait, there's Australia traders? There's people around there saying, like, blimey. and other Australian phrases. They're out there calling their sandals thongs. Well, that is just ridiculous. Do I do laundry now or wait till tomorrow? You're talking to Mr. Goody Two Shoes. You should probably do it now, because tomorrow's going to come around and you're going to be like, rats. I really didn't want to do this today. I would rather have done it yesterday. That's probably what you're going to say exactly. Like, that's exactly the dialogue that's going to come out of your mouth. You otter, no, that's 10 times helping him. Damn, so that's 100 grand I've earned just with the pearls. Nice. I wish the tourists were more dynamic too. Given the DIYs are emphasized with Captain, I think them wanting to start... Yes, dude, I know what you're saying. Even if I butchered reading your comment completely, yes. Villagers should just be more dynamic in general. Players would be mad about villagers changing their house furnishing gifts, feeling random. Yeah, like, Nintendo is giving the players too much control over what their villagers do, to where now if the villagers have any semblance of being, you know, its own independent self, people would get mad at it. They don't even like them existing on their island, for goodness sake. Like, because they built the hotel rooms for them. Like, God, you think that... No. That would not fly if villagers could just buy things from the store. Especially if it was without your permission. Ranch of shrimp. I wish you could invite the tourists to live on your island. That'd be nice. Instead of just being around, going around like all dainty and just for show. Because that's all they are. That's all the villagers are. It's for show. It's for being like, look at this villager I got and you don't. Maybe 4.0? I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't bank on it, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't bank on it if I were you. I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't, if I were you, I would not get your hopes up for the idea that a 4.0 update will come along one day. I don't know if I made that clear, but yeah, probably not, if I had to guess. Not to be Dagnel downer about it, but, you know. I wish the villagers would annoyingly FaceTime me. Okay, actually, there's something, like, fairly adjacent to that. Oh, this is a big boy. This is, whatever this is the first actually, like, good thing that I found. Whatever this is the first actual good thing that I found. One that I actually need to try to catch. Get all sneaky with. Yeah, oh, no? Oh, okay, never mind. Stupid me, I guess. Anyone, this happened 3 times yesterday with 2 different email addresses. Is anyone else attempting to get, like, scam calls on Google Meet? I got 3 calls yesterday about, like, all within the same hour from 2 dubious anonymous email addresses that clearly look like they were just someone's name and then with a bunch of numbers after it, which is just the obvious sign that it's randomly generated. Getting, like, Google Meet calls randomly from email addresses that I've never interacted with. My fucking, like, data must have gotten leaked somewhere or something. It's like, getting, like, random Google Meet calls now. I don't know. Has that happened to any of you? Is this a new scam going around? One of my nurses kept getting spam calls, and she kept handing me the phone. So I kept answering and breathing really heavy. They hung up on me. Okay, but you know when you get a scam call, you're not supposed to pick it up at all, even if it's to, like, tell them to go fuck themselves. Which is, of course, what you want to do, but I think that you answering it acknowledges that it's an actual number that somebody owns, which will make it even worse. That's, like, one of the first things I learned about getting scam calls, is, like, don't answer them. They call back more if you answer them, it seems. Yeah. Is your YouTube... Is your same email as your YouTube? No. Yeah, they call back more if you answer them, because they're like, oh, okay, we actually got somebody on the other line that we can actually annoy. There's somebody here, instead of it just being like a machine or whatever. At my work, we're not allowed to ignore spam calls, and it pisses me off. Damn. Really? They're like, you have to answer it. It could be like a client or your boss or something. Stupid. My mom always answers spam calls. I can't stand that old woman. Jesus. Okay, man. Maybe there's other reasons for why you can't stand that old hag, but my God, she answers spam calls. I can't stand that wicked old woman. Oh, man. Maybe for other reasons, but I don't think that that's a good enough reason in itself. My goodness gracious. Jeez. I cannot stand that old woman. Golly. Talking like she's damn senile or something. Maybe she is. I don't know. Hi from the airport. I had to drive through Disney Spring break traffic, pick up my friend. It's genuinely the most terrifying drive of my life. That's fucking crazy. Godspeed. I watched a video of somebody with a GoPro attached to their car driving through, I think it was India. And oh my God, that's scary, dude. That's scary. Did Pascal give me a pearl? And I... Oh, well, whatever. I'm just gonna sell anyway. Did Pascal give me a pearl today? I feel like I recall him giving me a pearl, and I didn't change the date. It's Mother's Day in England tomorrow. Is that right? All the mums in chat. Hey, everyone in the UK, make sure to call your mum tomorrow. I mean, hell, call her today as well, along with tomorrow. Don't just make it like a, oh, I'm only going to call you on your special day because it's your day. Call her because you want to call her and talk to her. That is, if you are in good terms with your mother. Ye mum, as you'd put it. I sent my mum a parcel. British people be calling them parcels, man. That's wild. It's a package, man. Howdy, Dag in chat. How goes it? Sight, I would say. Do I have my bridge connecting here? No! My Mother's Day is until the 31st of May. Is that like American Mother's Day? Like a year ago, we started flipping each other off for fun. I do not treat that woman like my mom, I will admit. Oh, okay, you're like, it's like chill with your mom. We flip each other off. We tell each other to go fuck each other's selves, and it's like, oh, but like, we're cool with it, though. That's interesting. I never had that relationship with my mom. I liked my mom. I love my mom. I would never have told my mom... I would never have flipped the bird on my mom for fear of getting annihilated. I would never have been like, yo, mom, fuck you. Because, you know, annihilation. That's wild to me. But, you know, I mean, that sounds chill, though. That's my graduation. That is your graduation, yeah. Very rude of them to do that on Mother's Day. We're operating in this new space now. Yeah, and that's the size store you get for the rest of the game. Oh, what have we here? A little bit of a better haul than last time, I think. We have at least 70 grand just with pearls. We might crack 100 grand with this sell, maybe. Might crack 100 grand here. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Nice. All right, so that's 200 grand now of this 548,000. And what are we at with the total catch requirement? Oh, 82. Okay, so everything can start spawning now. That's good news. Good. It's youngest sibling to youngest sibling communication across generations. I'm youngest sibling. My mom was not youngest sibling, though. So, maybe that's why. I'm a savvy intellectual. You guys are talking to the savvy gamer. The intellectual gamer. Alright. You know, I was getting a lot more scallops before I feel like the total catch requirement got as high as it did, because it sort of diluted the pool of things that you can catch, which is fine. Because the spider crab's worth more than the pearl, but still. My mom is the youngest of 7. That's crazy, dude. I had one sister. I cannot imagine having 6 other siblings. I would forget their names. I'd be like, were you Todd? Or was the other one Todd? Who the hell was Todd? Was there ever a Todd? Me and Todd would have been mad chill, though, probably. Me and Todd would have been mad chill. I forget mine, 7 siblings. That's crazy. 1 0 7 0 0. I love it, dude. My mom was one of 7, and my dad was one of 5. That's insane. I have 1 brother, and that's enough brothers. Yeah. Oh, stupid big brother over there. You know, like, I don't know, Casey or whoever. You shit talk Moose, and yet you hit the same eyebrow as him. Much to consider. Gotta be honest with you, though. Think about it. When did Moose first come out in Animal Crossing? 2012, with the release of Animal Crossing New Leaf. When did Dagnel come out of the womb? 1996. Who's mirroring who? Much to consider. How do you think you guys' like first day on Earth went, if you had to rate it 1 to 10? I think I was born at like 11:30 at night, so my first day was only like 30 minutes. And I probably did a lot of crying. But then I probably also got some, like, nice cuddles. So, I don't know. Probably, like, evened out. 7 out of 10 sort of thing. 1, I came out blue. 1, I came out blue. Whoa. Do you think that your parents, for, like, a brief second, thought you were a Smurf or something? Or were they, like, concerned? Because they were like, I don't think it should be that. And then they're like, oh, honey, it was a Smurf all along. Or do you think... No, they probably were, like, really concerned, right? I was vacuumed out at 9 a.m.? Bro, what are you talking about? Vacuumed out. Also, these crabs, now they're coming. Look at this. Dad, yeah, your dad starts looking at your mom like, I thought Papa Smurf was just a friend. Dude, that would have been mad awkward for a minute. That would have been mad awkward. But then, no, you probably just didn't have any oxygen. And they were like, oh, okay. Red king crab. I was yellow, hella jaundice. Bro, what kind? We got like a whole rainbow of people in here. Jesus, one person came out blue, person came out yellow, somebody come out like a beet red. We got, let's complete Roy G. Biv here, man. Jesus. Anyone come out green? Nice. Sure. Cocked by Papa Smurf. Crazy ass sentence. I was very pink. Well, I'm still very pink, so some things never change. I forgot to look at this thing. Smurfs are asexual, not true. Alright, hang on. We got a professor in here. You telling me Smurfs are asexual? Who taught you that? I didn't realize we had the expert in here. Are they though? Let the professor speak. Let the professor speak. We all should use this opportunity to listen rather than to butt in. We should use this opportunity to listen and learn rather than interject our thoughts. This is a time where we shush our mouth and we learn. All Smurfs are male, so it's an interesting concept. What do you mean? Katy Perry voiced one of them in one of the movies. Is Katy Perry a boy? Huh. Interesting. Are people forgetting Smurfette? Is that who Katy Perry played? Because yeah, dude, doy. Smurfette was artificially made by Gargamel. Gargamel? What? She did kiss a girl. That is actually true, though. Yeah. That is actually... She liked it, I heard. I heard she liked it. Sicko. I don't have the brain capacity for Smurf lore today. Yeah, you might have to sit this one out, young blood. Let the real intellectuals discuss. Is that a spider crab? Nice, dude. Let's go. Big boy. That's gonna go in the video. Good heavens. Yeah, they're a lot bigger in this game than in New Leaf. Oh, you know what? I don't have to be, I don't have to get anything. I don't have to catch absolutely everything now. I can be a bit more picky with what I catch. Interesting. I wonder if I should, if I know something's like seaweed or something, just not even bother. All Smurfs are raging homosexuals. I don't know if that's true. Maybe, though. Maybe. Maybe you're right. You probably know more about it than I do. Here, ask Dewey. He knows more than I do. Cats ate her face. When is the best time for seaweed? Because I want to get them. 24/7, 365. Except, no, because I think there is like a month or two where they don't spawn. So just any time other than those couple of months, I would say. You ever notice that there are rock stars, but no roll stars? Whatever happened to rock and roll, man? Yeah, that one's actually true. That one's actually also true. Hey, Dag, looking good today. Hey, thanks. I actually gashed my forehead with my fingernails when I did that, because I miscalculated where my hand should go to do a little sly swoop of my hair. If there's like a big red scar on my head that develops over the course of the next minute or so. That'll be why. No, the lighting is so bad. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I got away with it. Okay, Freddy Cougar ass streamer. Freddy Cougar? Like the cat? That'd be an insane, like, stripper name, though. Freddy Cougar. Seaweed spawn in the Northern Hemisphere from October to July. Yeah, so probably, like, I don't know. Middle of December, when not much else spawns. Tell her to hit my line. I don't have their phone number, man. Sorry. Alright, dude, be honest with me. How many strippers do you guys have in your contacts list in GTA Online? Stop right there. This is a stripper check, alright? You must show me how many strippers you have in your phone contacts list. in GTA 5. Because I think in order to get them in there, you need to have called them at least one time before. You have all of them? You perverted freak. You're disgusting. Sure, here you go. Honestly, when do I stop doing this scallop rolling? Like, now that I have all 80 things caught that I need... It's okay to be scared of stuff you think is scary, like sharks. Sharks scare me, and that's okay. Alright, very good. But yeah, now that I have 80 things caught, I don't know if I need to do this scallop rolling every day. But, maybe. I don't know. Let's hang around for a little bit. See what we can get without having to do it. I was about to drop the biggest huh in chat until you added the in GTA 5. Oh yeah, it's like, oh, I blew up your house in Minecraft. Yeah, no, it's like, I wouldn't expect any of you to have that in real life. Well, maybe a few of you. Probably not most of you, though. Ah! I burnt my hand! At night. Yes, dude. I didn't want to scream there because I didn't want to wake people up. So I did like a ah! I hope that was sufficient. Dagnel, bro, don't underestimate your chat. You will never... No, you're probably right, actually. Yeah, I don't want to know. How many strippers do you guys hit up regularly in GTA 5? How many people have you killed in Counter-Strike 2? How many banks have you robbed in real life? Tell me. Tell me, actually, though. One? I haven't played GTA in years. I follow an artist who worked in a dungeon for... I follow an artist who worked in a dungeon for a while. Alright, man. This is my art dungeon. Welcome. Finally catching a live Dagnel stream. Fire emoji, 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 fire emoji. What's good, man? What's up? How you doing? Ooh, ooh, hot. Woohoo, a lot of fire there. Whoa. Oh, easy. Easy, uncle. Sheesh. Hey, somebody cool that guy down. Hey, whoa there, slugger. You missed one. No, I don't think I did, actually. I was very thorough about reading every single one of those individually. I was actually very thorough, beyond your measure. Can't you tell he set your house on fire for you? Like in Minecraft, right? Dagnel, I don't think they meant an art dungeon. What the hell is an art dungeon, then? Somebody call 911. Shoddy fire burning on the dance. Oh my god, that was one of the songs that I used to have on my MP3 player, and it was probably called like Diarrhea or something. Remember I told you a story about how I used to ask my sister to burn songs onto my MP3 player? And she would do it, but as her like big sister, you know, in her big sister way of making it so that she would never call the songs what they're called. Sean Kingston's Fire Burning was called like Diarrhea. Because she would rename them before she transferred them onto the MP3 player. And Down by Jay Sean would be like toilet or whatever. It was always poop with her. So yeah, I think that one was on there, and I think it was poop or diarrhea or something. What? What? Dude, yeah, no. This is... I don't think this should be that surprising if you have like a large sibling. If you have a large sibling, you're telling me that your big brother or big sister would not do this? There's some only children in this chat, man. If I was your big brother, I would do that too if this was 2009. I am the large sibling. Okay, so you can tell me then that you would do that if this was 2009 and you don't just use Spotify now, but back in the day with an MP3 player, friggin' get like the hottest song of 2010, Hot and Cold by Katy Perry or something. And be like, yo, I want put this on my MP3 player. And you give them the MP3 player, because only Big Sister knew how to burn songs onto your MP3 player. That was big. That was like big sibling knowledge. You had to learn that through the. You had to like climb the mountain and meet the guru, that is your all-knowing sister, to learn how to do that. Once she deems you worthy enough to, you know, whatever. This was the whole, yeah. This is my upbringing, basically. But, yeah. And so until I learned how to do it myself, she would put songs on my MP3 player, and she would always call them, like, Blood, or, I don't know, Rectum. Rectum went crazy, though, back in the day, dude. Rectum was crazy. That was a fucking bop, man. I was jamming the fuck out to Rectum. And then I told this story as well, but somebody, I think, tried to steal my MP3 player by asking me to borrow it, and my naive ass was like, oh yeah, here you go. And then he gave it back like 2 days later, because fucking like poop and rectum and toilet on there. And he's like, bro, what the hell is this? And he couldn't figure out how to format it or something. My large sibling rigged my computer to play a song I hated every time I booted it up. That is just, yeah, dude, that's big sibling energy. That's what big sibling does. Dag in primary school. Oh my god, guys, Rectum is my favorite song. DJ put Rectum on now. Okay, dude, I wasn't stupid. I didn't know. I knew it wasn't called Rectum. I specifically asked for this song. I said, put Down by Jay Sean and Sean Paul on there. Don't call it something stupid this time. And she's like, okay, I won't call it something stupid this time. And she would call it something stupid. And this is how it worked. And I knew it wasn't called that. And if my friends ever asked what the hell it was, I would be like, no, that was my stupid, stinky big sister who put it on there. Not me. I know it's not called Rectum. Big sibling is the same vein as big pharma. Yeah, exactly. Big pharma, big sister does not want to know, does not want you to know that you could burn your own songs onto the MP3 player. I would change my little brother's ringtone all the time. Yes, of course, this is just what you do as the big sibling, which is why I was sad I was never a big sibling. Even if I was the middle child, I could have picked on the youngest type, you know? I could have been like, oh, that's Dewey. And I just I give him noogies, and I replace all the gel in his hair gel with, like, maple syrup. And that's just what you do, man. That's just what you do. And I instead of using milk for his cereal in the morning, I give a bunch of, like, Elmer's glue instead. And he has to eat a bunch of glue. If you were a big sibling, what would you do? Well, I just named a couple of examples. But, I don't know. I think I'd also be, like, nice. I think I'd be nice. I'd probably teach them how to hit a baseball. And how to catch a baseball. How to throw a football or something. You know, something nice. I would also balance out with, like, some nice stuff, too. If you had a kid named Dewey, you can't have any more after that. You can't be anything but a youngest sibling with a name like that. It is true. I thought of Malcolm in the Middle, because I was like, Dewey. That's just a younger sibling name. Until Jamie came along. Ugh. Malcolm in the Middle really fell off after Jamie. That's not true, actually. That show never fell off. I'm not calling my older brother Dewey. No, of course not. I would just hide stuff. My little sister kept stealing my stuff, and I'd steal it back. Yeah, you steal their things. You read their diaries and stuff. That's what you do. Make the milk green with food coloring. Yeah, really freak them out. And then just be like, oh, dude, no, it's green. And I like drip some onto my tongue and be like, dude, it's fine, it's safe. My brother is 14 years older than me, so I never got to really experience any big sibling hijinks. Yeah, that's like uncle at that point, man. Yeah, that's uncle. That's hardly big brother. That's unk. They had 2 children after that. Yeah, but one of them was like unnamed extra sibling at the end of the finale. I think we'll get to see them in the reboot though. God, you made me feel like I didn't torture my younger brother enough. No. That's not the lesson. That is not the lesson I want you to take away from all this. Okay, that's not the lesson I want you to take away from this. I don't want you to think of this as like, oh yeah, you should have like gave your brother more noogies. You shouldn't have done the thing where you like twisted his arm behind his back and made him say uncle more. No. And like beat the shit out of him with the hockey sticks. No, I'm just saying, it's just like nostalgia, you know? Like, the good old days of beating my brother with hockey sticks and making him say uncle. There's geese outside. The geese are back. I'm a twin and my twin brother was so terrible growing up. Well, doesn't that mean that you were also terrible growing up? Because, like, you're twin. And you're exactly like the other one. Doesn't that mean you were also a real roughhouser? My little sister and I were enemies, but we're legit besties now. That's kind of how it goes, man. That's kind of how it goes. You're like, man, nobody knows me like you know me, except for me. But only you know me better than me knows me. And then you're like, cool. My brother dislocated my shoulder once. It's just big brother things, man. Alright, I think I'm just going to stop catching like every little thing that I know isn't good and just start focusing on the big fry. Big boys. My brother was my biggest op. Yeah, exactly. That's just how it is. But then you grow up and you're like, ah, man, I miss those days where you, I don't know. You like dunked my head underwater for 30 seconds while I struggled. No, that's not very nice. That's too far. That's too far. I remember those days when you pulled my britches down in front of my high school crush, and it revealed my heart-printed boxers. I miss those days. Man, there's nothing good in these waters. You've selected regicide. If it is a king being murdered, press 1. If it is a queen being murdered, press 2. The good old days. Yeah! There's nothing good in these waters, man. I'm an only child. This all sounds awful. Somebody had to wrangle you around and roughhouse with you, right? I don't know. It's not that bad. Somebody had to give you a noogie when you were a kid. I remember how Dag never read the dungeon explanation. Yeah, and I'm not going to. Yeah, somebody needs to humble the younger one, exactly. How's little brother gonna know his place, you know? Those of us who weren't noogied are insufferable now. Exactly, you don't know. You don't know. You never were humbled. Getting noogied is a very humbling experience. Especially if they put you in like a headlock and they're like, ah, come here, you little squirt. Very humbling experience. You learn your place on Earth a little bit better. What's up, Canberra? Thanks for the 18 months. Sorry, alerts are broken. Also, Milo's subscribed 19 minutes ago as well. Thank you as well. My alerts have not worked today for some reason, and I don't know why, and I'm very sad. I don't know, do like this maybe? Did that work?
Hola.
Okay, that worked. Maybe.
Afternoon chat, mods,
Hi.
and Dag.
Hi.
Hope all is
Sorry,
well.
only one of those was
Dagnel
me.
Joker.
Sorry. I said hi on behalf of the mods. I'm sorry. Hi. Thanks for the 18 months though, Canra. I appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Alright, well, remember that. Next time I need to fix that. Ah, my pockets are full. I have a mermaid princess dress and a bunch of crap. Jesus. I'm not getting anything good, man. Like, genuinely. This sucks. This is way better than... This is way better in New Leaf. Like, this is ass. This is supreme ass. Maybe this isn't the best time. I don't know, because, like, yeah, all the crabs and shit can spawn now, but it's just not. I think it's because you swim so slow and you see things just so less often than in New Leaf. I was doing better when I was doing the scallop resetting. I might just do that again. This sucks. I'm not getting anything. Green seaplane is the best. I got cursed with orange. I'd rather have orange than stupid yellow that I have on my main island. Yeah, like, we got one umbrella octopus, and I was like, oh, goody, finally, some good things are starting to show up. And then, bro, nothing good after that. I got one red king crab and one spider crab. Like, legit, look at how this went. I got good thing, good thing, good thing. And then I was like, oh, golly, this is going to finally start picking up now. And then 3 rows of shit. Like, literal nothing good in any of those rows after that. Ridiculous. That was crazy. Like, how much is this gonna sell for? Not that much. I don't even think it'll be 100 grand. No. Another 100 grand after I add on to what I had before, so we're at 300,000 in our account once we add it, but geez, yeah. Kind of tragic, actually. Yeah, 3 rows of hot and cold by Katy Perry. Bunch of diarrhea. Alright. Luckily we're... No, not 300,000. What a moron. Luckily we're over halfway there, though. Just need another 248,000. Alright, whatever. Alright, I'll go to tomorrow. I'll get another scallop. Maybe I'll just keep doing the scallop refreshing, dude. I don't know. That seemed to be working way better than what I was doing there. But maybe I just got really unlucky. I don't know. That seemed like I was getting barely anything, and the things that I did see were all just not that good. I don't know. Maybe if you bought the biker gnome, this would have been better. I don't think so. Maybe that's a bit of, like, RNG manipulation, though. You buy the biker gnome, and it makes it so that more spider crabs show up. Yeah. Makes sense. Hello, bird. I like the tags today. I always felt that way about you. What are the tags today? Did they change finally? You tell me the tags finally changed? What are they? Criminal, wanted. Bro, that's what it's been for like the last year. It's been like that for the last year. My tags have been this crazy, like... Nah, they're the same. Okay. Yeah, those aren't new. Those have been there. The tags for me are kind-hearted, loving, whimsical. Yeah, in a perfect world. No, they're still like diabolical, criminal, wanted, shoot on sight, and whatever the hell. Twitch knows you're the coconutter. Seriously, my tags on Twitch have been messed up for like a year. And I can't change them manually because it just puts them right back to where they were. I try to change them to like loving, kind, generous, and it turns them into hateful, angry, wanted, perpetrator, or whatever. I know what you are. That's because you're also pure of heart, just like me. Alright, we got something here. Spider crab. Nice, nice. Nothing is worse than spilling a whole drink that you just got. That's actually true. I spilled a giant Coke that was for somebody else, not even me. I spilled a large Coke from McDonald's after walking like a half a mile from the McDonald's to where I lived. And I dropped it. Absolutely fumbled the motherfucker. Spilled everywhere. I had to punch a pillow to get all my rage out because I was like, God damn it. Half a mile of walking just to fumble it right at the finish line. Unbelievable. Is Twitch chat accusing Dag of crimes every 5 minutes? What the hell's going on over there? Alright, so for the uninformed audience, Twitch has, like, you can put tags for your streams. You can put tags for your streams. Like how you can tag your content to give people an idea of what it's about. Twitch introduced this a few years ago now, but I think because of their unhappiness about the lack of people using them, like people were not using them because they were kind of pointless. Barely anybody like searched people's streams by the tags. So most people just didn't even bother doing it, myself included. And so eventually they trained an AI to watch people's streams and automatically assign tags to the stream in an effort to get people who weren't using them to use them, whether they liked it or not. And the Twitch AI has assigned the tags to me as like lawbreaker, criminal, perpetrator, shoot on sight, wanted, and a bunch of this other crazy crap that apparently it thinks describes my stream. And every time I try to change it from that to actually, you know, make the tags, I was like, fine, I'll change the tag. I thought this was their, like, way of twisting my arm and being like, hey, if you don't want to put your tags as something, we're going to make it something stupid. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll make it something not stupid. And I try to change it, and now it just puts it back to criminal and shoot on sight and whatever the hell else. And all that other stuff. So that's what they're talking about. It's not my Twitch chat, it's Twitch itself describing me and my stream as like this low-down, dirty, stinking criminal. Maybe instead of a comment on you, it's a comment on who Twitch thinks belongs in your chat. Well, I'd believe that sooner than me, because I'm not no dirty, stinking scoundrel, as it makes it out to be. I'm nice. If the AI was not stupid, it would probably put some shit like, nice and healthy and kind-hearted or something like that. Follows the law, you know. Why can those tags it can generate? Why are those tags it can generate in the first place? I don't know. It's because it's because they want. I don't know. I don't know why they do it. It's because they're very stupid. Booger picker. No, they would not put booger picker on there. They'd probably put like moisturizes. Like I moisturize my skin. Clean ears because I use Q-tips. That's probably what they would put. Mr. Clean Ears. That's probably some shit they would put. To be fair, by talking about it for 10 minutes, you've enforced the tags. I have tried for a year to get those things to change, and they have not. I don't think 10 minutes is going to do any more damage than it already has. I think it's just stuck that way. I think I'm like some bug in their system that they didn't account for, and so now they're like, sorry dude, you're just stuck with those. Because every time I try to change it, it just puts it back. No one uses tags already, but who the hell is looking for scoundrel streamers? Exactly! So if the tags feature ever was actually useful, nobody's gonna find me with them, because nobody's gonna be looking up people who fucking, like, shoot on sight. Who's gonna be looking up somebody like that? Some maniac out there streaming. Yeah, I want to watch some maniac who's some, like, wanted criminal. I want to watch some, like, dude who should be streaming from jail. Nobody's going to want to do that. Me? No. By the way, hi, I found your stream via YouTube videos. Love them. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, found them via YouTube videos, not my stupid tags, thank God. There's my Poil. Poil! Used to be a dog that lived down the street from where I was, named Pearl. But the owner was like, Poil! Get over here! Get over here, Poil! Logging onto Twitch looking for death row streamers to eat my lunch with. Yeah, dude, like, sentenced to death. Is that what my next tag's gonna be? Fucking probably. Death row inmate. No, because that means they have to have caught me first. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. How's everyone doing? I think you were joking with the tag shoot on sight, but that's actually a thing. Cheese and rice. Is that like what you, like, instead of saying like Jesus Christ, you say cheese and rice? That's pretty cool. Is he being for real? I thought he was trolling. Dude, I'm 100% for real when I say this. Everything that comes out of my mouth, in general, is 100% real. What's your strategy for this debt? I don't know. Press the A button a whole lot. Kind of basically what it boils down to. Go diving. Press the A button. Get money. Get paid. I am a nose picker, actually. That's not true. I do pick my nose. Greg has never told a lie, a fib, or a joke. He's always serious, and you cannot laugh at what he says. Yeah, that's true, actually. What does the VIP point redemption do? It allows you to get a cool badge next to your username that says VIP. It indicates that you have watched my stream enough to have earned the points with which to have earned that badge, which should make you feel really important about yourself. It's really important because your online presence is so important, and like I'm joking, but I do feel like people's status in my stream does give them a bit of an inflated ego. I'm talking to you. Not even specifically in this stream, but like, I've seen people get like too friendly with streamers and they think that they can start doing some like crazy shit, man. That's why I'm thinking about getting rid of the VIP redemption. Just being like, dude, if you're cool, I will make you a VIP in my stream. None of like the point redemptions. I'm just like thinking, if you're cool, I will make you a VIP. To encourage coolness rather than just watching my stream. Because anyone could just watch my stream and get the points needed for VIP. You could be a dastardly criminal and do that. But if I give you VIP purely on the merit of your character and your presence in my community, that's rather what I would make it. So I'm actually thinking of getting rid of VIP. Sorry to those who have been saving up. I think I'm going to nuke it pretty soon. Better redeem it now. Jesus Christ. This thing scared me. Am I not cool enough yet? I feel like I'm super close. This is what I'm saying. Like, it shouldn't be like a race to the finish line where like you get there. It shouldn't be something that you aim for. I think that if you just hang out and be chill, and that's what I want. It's the same thing with the points, where it's like, oh, am I there yet? Am I there yet? It's like instead of watching the points go up, you're trying to like watch your cool points go up. That's not what I want. I want it to just be like, be chill, be cool. You know, hang out, have a good time. Be a fun chat member to have around, and that's more what I look for. I don't look for like, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? Another big boy. I'm so chill, yeah. But like, I'm chiller than everyone else, right? So like, I deserve VIP. Yeah. So I don't want it to be. Your stream is really chill. I appreciate that. I just, you know what I mean. The VIP council decides VIP status. This is true. We meet together like the Pope. Like when the Pope dies, when one of my VIPs dies, that's actually true, by the way. I'm actually out of VIP slots. So in order for a new one to be freed up, one of my existing VIPs needs to perish. So I can take their badge away and then assign it, and we'll do like this whole like the Cardinals meeting to decide a new Pope. We'll do this whole thing with like the black smoke. That means that a new one's been chosen. The VIP conclave. Yeah, exactly. Someone would assassinate. You think that somebody would assassinate one of my VIPs because they want the VIP badge? I don't know, man. The VIP conclave wouldn't agree with that behavior. Can we do a community vote and rig it and delete all VIPs? Maybe I will actually purge all my VIPs. That's actually not a joke. I might actually do that. I might keep, not all of them. I might keep some of them if you're like still VIP in my head. But like, I have a lot of VIPs from people who watched me 5 years ago and haven't watched me for the past 5 years. And I'm like, I appreciate your time that you had here, but I'd rather free this up for somebody who would more benefit from it now because they actually still watch the stream, you know? I'm not saying all of them would be freed up, but some of them. Some of the older ones. You're gonna get rid of me. No, that's why I said I'm not going to get rid of all of them, because I would keep some of them around for the people who I do think would still be VIPs. It doesn't matter anyway. It's just a stupid diamond next to your name. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. It indicates nothing about your status on this stream or in real life. It doesn't do anything. It's just a stupid badge. It's just a stupid badge. But it's diamonds. Yeah, whatever. VIP stands for very icky. P. Yeah, actually, yeah. No, that's true, actually. What's up, Powers? Yeah, I'm an old Yellerum. Why do I keep thinking that these sea cucumbers are something good? Let's get rid of all badges. Bye-bye mods. Dude, Anarchy stream, I get rid of all my mods. That would actually be crazy. Guys, should we do an Anarchy stream? And it's like no rules. You guys can do whatever you want, and the stream only ends when Twitch bans me? No, I'm not gonna do that. That sounds horrible. No mods, no VIP. No, dude, no. That sounds like it go off the rails. That sounds like it would go off the rails. I don't know. I think that would go a bit off. I think that would go a bit off the rails. I don't know. I trust you guys to not be like horrible, but the mods are there for my protection, right? It's just like it's like your seatbelt in your car. It's like most every car drive that you go on, you're not gonna get into a car accident, but geez, when you do, you're gonna want it. Let's test it. No, how about don't? Let's not. Let's not. I've seen how bad it can be when I do have mods active. No, thank you. Overthrow him. Overthrow me? Are you talking to me? I'd like to see you try. What if all mods revoke our mod status then? I'll be honest with you, Chef. I don't actually think you can do that. I think that I give you and I take you away as a mod. I don't think you can, like, be like, hey, man, I don't want to mod your stream anymore. And I'd be like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll take you off. But you cannot do that under your own, like, user settings. I don't think you can do that. Are they unionizing? They better not be. They better not be. I don't think you can do that, though, I don't think. Once again, I got cute. I've been cute again. A no-mod stream that ends when chat has him over a stick. On a stick over the fire. We already did the spit roasting stream. We already did the spit roasting stream, man. It was already bad enough the first time. We don't need to do it again. You guys are not satisfied after one? You want another? True, that was a classic. I'm glad you guys liked it. It was not too fun for me. I don't know. I'm glad you guys liked it, though. Anything for the content, right? Anything for the content. I just had a nap. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hi. Incredible work this challenge. Thanks for the 10 stream watch streak. I appreciate that. M. Joiner. Thank you. No, actually, though. Yeah, I think this is going to be my longest challenge of any that I've done. So, that's fun. That's fun. I still would rather do this than the web fishing 100% again. Not because web fishing was bad. It's just like, golly, that got to a point where I was like, just ripping my hair out. At least this one, we make slow and steady progress every stream. I just opened another tab to look something up and wasn't really listening until I heard that. What's the context here? Oh, chat wanted to do the spit roast stream again, where they stick a stick through me and then rotate me over a fire. And I tell them we've already done that before. It was the spit roasting stream, and we're not doing it again. That's the context. The other day, people were like, hey man, when are you gonna do the anvil stream again? You know the one, where you stand at subsequent, like, okay, so we drop an anvil on my head. We start at 1 foot, boom, and then we do 5 foot, boom, 10 foot, 15, 20, 30, 50. That was the anvil stream. That one wasn't very fun either. The other day, you guys were like, when's the anvil stream coming back? Like it wasn't this one-off thing. No, we're not doing that again. That was very much a one-off thing. I was advised by a doctor to not do that again. We're not doing that again. Walking on hot coals stream? Nope. The Iron Bowl stream was great in case you missed it. Yeah. Yeah, I'd hate to have missed that one. But you made such a fun accordion noise at the end. That is true. By the end of the anvil stream, I was like... like, just springing back up. Yeah. That was pretty funny, I will be honest. Even though I was in indescribable pain, that was pretty funny. That was a pog moment, though, wasn't it? That was a poggers moment. You're so right, actually. Hey, anything for the fans, though. Anything for the fans. I do it for you guys. The tar and feathering stream was such a good time, so much fun. Yeah, till they made it so that tar is so expensive nowadays. I'm glad I did that before tar went crazy. Jeez. You know how much a gallon of tar is nowadays? God, it's ridiculous. I'll be honest with you, feathers are not too easy to come by either. Yeah, I'm glad we did that one back in 2019. Before it went crazy after the pandemic. Too damn much, man. That's what I'm saying. A little natty pearl for me. All natural. Sustainably sourced from the bottom of the ocean rather than giving me to the stupid otter. Unrelated to doing Looney Tunes shit, the streamer, my cat is still on me. He loves his hammock. Are you his hammock? Making the mods battle like a Beyblade match. The Beyblade stream would go crazy, actually. I remember I went to a friend's house as a kid, and he had Beyblades, and I didn't have any. And I thought that they were the lamest shit ever, because I kept doing it. I kept ripping them. And he kept beating me. And I think it's because he gave me all the shit Beyblades, and he used, like, the, Omega Spinner, or whatever the hell they're called. He got, like, a really good one. He gave me all the crap ones. And I was like, why would anyone play this? It's just stupid. You just lose all the time. My cat is yowling because she has found the catnip dynamite stick. What are you talking about? That sounds like some, like, itchy and scratchy shit. I don't know the Beyblade meta. No, apparently, no, I think the Beyblade meta was don't get a crap Beyblade, and then if you are the host of the Beyblade party, just give yourself the best one. It had, like, steel in it, probably. Yo. I think Skeletal Sits for the subscription Prime on Twitch. I appreciate that. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Did you say let it rip when you launched the Beyblade? If you didn't, that's probably why. No, I don't think I did, actually. I don't think he did either, though. I don't think he did either. So, like, I don't know. That meta wasn't discovered yet at the time. This was like 2004. Oh, I'm out of room finally. Yippee. This hall was a little bit better than the last one. I mean, if you're gonna be there while I'm here, then sure, why not? Mod DDR competition? Bro, I do not want to see my mods playing DDR, man. Because you're gonna like throw your back out and you're gonna sue me. You're gonna like sue me for lost wages because you have to go on workers' compensation because you tried to hit like the gritty too hard and you like broke your freaking butt or something. Nah, if it ain't moving, I don't want it. If they ain't moving, I don't want it. I shake my ass daily. Can you say the same? So the real reason why I don't think the mod DDR stream would happen is because you would probably wipe the floor. You would probably wipe the floor. Damn it, I need to get ARG. I need to get over here. Did you hire them from the retirement home? Yeah. Where else can you get free labor from? They'll just do it because they're bored. Alright, one last little selly poo. See where we're at. Hopefully, we left ourselves not too much sea creatures to do tomorrow. Oh, let me learn these DIYs. I won't tolerate disrespect from someone born after 1973. In my mind, people in 1973 are like 40. But what are they actually? They're 53. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. 101,000 bells. Okay, where's that put me? Geez, that makes me just want to just finish today then, right? Like, geez, if I only have less than 48,000 to go, then honestly, is that where I'm at? Or am I like 148,000 short? No, I think I'm 148,000 short. Which that makes me want to leave it for tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, wait. No. I had it all wrong. Alright, so we'll finish off today at 400,000. We need another 148,000. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. We can finish that tomorrow. If I am streaming tomorrow. Not 100% sure. We'll see. Anyway. I just got here. I'm sorry. Thanks for being here today. I very much appreciate it. We're going to pause that timer at 86 hours, 34 minutes, and 40 seconds. 863440. Alrighty, cool. Yep, thanks for being here today. Appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, drop a follow on Twitch. Join the Discord, ! Discord. Best way to keep up with me and get notified of when I go live. We'll see if I stream tomorrow. I don't know. If not, definitely Monday. Yeah. So, have yourselves a good rest of your day. And join the Discord. And I'll see you guys when I stream next. See ya!